God gave me the keys, so I'm logging in. Had to get off TikTok, watch how I be clocking in. Felt the Holy Spirit on the stage when I was walking in. If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts. This for heaven, not for big stacks. So that Range Rover deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get on my excuses on a diss track. I'll be walking where the truth is, ain't no zigzag, no more. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, oh, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Drop, just kill the beat. It's a whole song about humility. I stay clear where the ceilings see, cause I know that's where many other villains be. Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight, don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep it on the low dial. They say no, wait, now they saying oh wow. No more, oh, tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make
all right.
Just to see how hard they drop.
What's poppin'? Let's go. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Okay, yeah. Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits, huh? Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't
all right.
game, this is life, this is a killer. He'll try to
let's do it.
I ain't talking Bryson Tiller, but really he's a dog standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go grill a beat is from Elohim. Ain't no competition in my game, it's just me on me. And this composition ain't for fame.
How y'all feeling? Welcome in. Let's get it.
Cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Alright chat, we good. Let's get it. Let's get it. Big day. Holy. Big day. Big day. Welcome in everyone. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Yeah, motion. We got motion. W. How y'all feeling? Welcome in. Z Gamer in the house. Let's go. Energy's here. Ben Bennett in the building. Louis G. The whole mod squad. Okay. Clubhouse just got motion over here on the side. Holy smokes. What is up, everyone? Good to see y'all. Happy Monday. Welcome back in Ocean House. Only bands here. What's poppin'? Nate G in the building. Let's go. Dominic, Johnny Gems in the house. All right. What's up? Daniel's in the building. Yo, last week of June. It's been a good one. What's up, Dev? Yo. What up, Nigel? Nigel in the house. What's good, brother? Good to see y'all. Good to see you. What's up, Engineer 14? All right, we got too much. We're spinning now. We got the globe spinning out here. What's poppin'? What's up, Mr. Hawk in the building? Rob Trades, the captain is here. What's up, Captain? F Nam in the building. What up, F Nam? How y'all doing, man? Sunboy Comedy. Did you guys have a good weekend? What's up, Ben G? It is game time. Traders next door in the house. What's up? What's up? What up, Luffy? Kelvin in the building. What up, Kelvin? What up, Raja? How we feeling? What's up, Jeff? All right, let's do this, man. Let's do it. 3 ants in the building. Yeah, Clubhouse got motion, man. What up, Shub? Shub's in the building. All right, we got household names here now, man. Same names. Consistency pays the bills, baby. Yes, sir. All right, let me lower the music. Whoa. All right, how you guys doing? Let me get one word to describe how you're feeling here today. Talk to me, talk to me. I see one word and I see one letter and that letter's W, which I like. One of my favorite letters actually nowadays. But give me the good word, man. Give me the good word. How you guys doing? I'll tell you what, man, y'all looking good. You guys are looking good. Awesome, awesome. Clubhouse, hit me with it, man. I receive all that too. Can I get a little bit of all of it? I'll take a little bit of all of it. I'll take a little favor, ecstatic. Let's go. Blessed, splendid. I'll take it. Great, blessed, magnificent, excited, worthy. I'm good. I'm Gucci, man. Thank y'all. Crazy B in the house. What's goody, man? What's goody? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are well. We are creeping on NY Open, so we're going to get it popping here in just a moment. AB Mike in the building. Shout out to AB Mike, man. What a weekend. All right. I know. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah. Shub. Yo, not going to lie. I did the W thing. I be doing the W thing too. And bro, like that right there, like that is legit like a workout. Like some of you guys be doing that for like 5, 10, 12, 13 minutes straight. Like, God bless you guys. Oh my God, man. That is like a wrist workout. I don't know how y'all be doing it. Yeah. I don't know how y'all be doing it. All right, well, let's get it popping here. Yeah, there you go. You know, yeah, see? I don't know, man. Motion. Hand exercise. It must be all the texting. You know what I mean? All the texting just got us. Our hands are just equipped at this point. Oh, man. All right, anyways, gang, let's get started. Let's go ahead and pray here. Man, I'm just grateful to do this. Grateful to be here. Grateful for today. It's going to be a big one. So let's just give thanks for this moment and this time together, and then we'll rock and roll here, right? Well, Father God, we thank you for this opportunity to just gather here, Lord. We thank you for a new week. Lord, we thank you for all the insight, all the wisdom, all the knowledge you've just dropped on us up until this point, Father. We thank you for, I just thank you for speaking through me, for just continuing to make this stream fresh and keep it pure every single day, Lord, day after day. It just amazes me the work that you're doing here, Lord. So I thank you for the hearts and the minds and the pockets that have been impacted, that have been served here, Lord. We thank you for all that you're doing. We thank you for the changes that are happening. Lord, I pray for each and every individual here, Lord, that if they're still asleep, that they would wake up here, Lord, this morning, that they would wake up this week, and that they would take this serious, Lord. I pray that you would give them a vision over their life, and just give them all the tools, Lord. We know that you don't call the equipped, but you equip the called, Lord. So we know we don't have to be these incredible, magnificent things or beings at this point, Lord, but you will make us that way. So we thank you for giving us the tools. We thank you that we're blessed by our faith. We're blessed by our belief, Lord. We believe, and we just give you all the glory for spending your time here with us, Lord. We thank you for the spirit of victory, the spirit of blessing that dwells amongst us, and we just give you all the glory for this time here. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen, man. Amen. What a work of the Lord. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, let's dive into this here. Let's get down to business. You guys ready? Ready? Amen. Let's do it. Tradeaholic in the building. How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about it. Today is Monday. Today is the 23rd day of June, and it's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient and disciplined and really just be 8-figure traders. I mean, if the goal is to be an 8-figure trader, then you're going to want to start making the moves, taking the steps, taking the actions, thinking the thoughts, speaking the words of an 8-figure trader, right? So this is what we got going on here today. Again, it is Monday, 23rd here. We got some red folder news coming up here. PMI at 9:45 today. Just a Fed speech going on too a little bit later, and you got all this obviously, right? So that's going to be later on today. Mainly 9:45 is what we're kind of looking at here during this live stream. Let's take a look at just a little look at the week so far. So Tuesday should be another big day, which is tomorrow. You got 10 a.m. Red folder news here. Powell's going to be speaking on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. That should be pretty interesting. Wednesday, we also have Powell speaking again here at 10. So there's a lot of Fed talk, a lot of conversation going on around this week. There's also a lot of, obviously, you guys have heard of the war that is going down, and there's just a lot of volatility right now, as you can see in the markets and in the headlines, right, as well. So Thursday, we have unemployment claims coming in. You got a lot of news coming in on Thursday. Obviously, that's always going to be our big news day. And then Friday, we have like red folders every day this week. So lock in. Let's close out strong. Right, we've done very, very well so far up until this point. We've had all green days on the board except for Friday. Friday was a red day, and we're going to bounce back here today. So let's close out this month strong. Let's start the week off good, and let's hunt for these A-plus setups. Y'all ready? Ready to go hunting? It's time. Clubhouse is ready. All right, let's do it, man. If you guys can, give the stream a like, sub to the channel for me real quick, and then let's get the party started here with a fresh top-down analysis. What up, Simz? Jerome might be getting the boot. You never know. You never know. All right, let's dive into this. Let's talk about gold here. This is the daily time frame. So major gap, right? Obviously major gap on the way up here. We are just a bit shaky, man. You know, the last couple. So let's just track back real quick, right? Let me just kind of zoom out for a sec. So let me lower this music here a little bit too. Just give me one sec. All right, that should be better. Yeah. So let's talk about gold here, because, you know, we came back up into these all-time highs basically. So as you can see, you know, we're in this general area, right, where we have come up into the zone. We've rejected that zone all 3 times that we came up. You know, this is the 3rd time, and we've obviously, excuse me, rejected it here again, right? So we know that we're in this overall all-time high, you know, level of rejection, right? Now, the zone that we came from, which is right here, right, that zone, so very, very particular here. We never really had a closure below there. So you had this strong bearish candle close, but never a strong closure below the range, right? Then that candle was followed by this doji candle, which again opened and closed right at the same place, basically sitting right at the top of that zone, right? So we couldn't really do much there in terms of having a good bias, right? Now the next candle here does close below, right? And we break the lows. We have all this clean traffic to the left, but for some reason we keep hesitating right here, right? Obviously things going on in the world probably threw that off a little bit as well to fill that range here and come on down, just like we did, you know, these last few times. So we do have a bit of an interruption here during this time, so we're not really trading pure technicals right now. There's also a lot of stuff going on around the world that's going to be moving the markets around here. So yeah, we had a major gap up on the open here, so, or gap down, I think it was, right? Yeah, so we'll see what's going. Huge gap on NQ. It's like 3,000 points too. Wild stuff. But all in all, this is the daily. It is extremely choppy, right? Resistance here, basically support sitting here, and there's no true direction here right now, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours has been moving up. Obviously, we're trying to fill this whole, you know, gap up here, so we're trying to move up now, fill the range. It looks like we're just about there. 4 hour candle obviously came down strong. We planted a doji, ended up closing strong bullish, and then you know, now we're moving on up here with this 4 hour candle. We're about halfway through, right? It's about 2 hours left on this, so we'll see where we go from here, right? I think we could still move up and fill that wick. I'd probably continue to be bullish here on gold. Let's take a look at the 1 hour here. 1 hour is moving strong though, right? I think the move was this 1 hour candle, this 7 a.m. candle, but unfortunately no bottom wick on that, right? So let's just see where we're at. So 30-minute candle or 30-minute time frame has resistance here, in which we have not closed above yet, right? So, you know, that could be a problem here. Let's see how this candle is going to close up in about 1 minute. Again, you know, there's no bottom wick here. I'll probably stay out for NY open at least for the first 15 minutes, see where price wants to go, see if we actually want to, you know, remain above here or not. And if we are remaining above, then there's a high chance we can fill that wick up there. So let's see how this candle closes here in about 29 seconds. I will most likely wait on 8:15's candle over the open candle, which is 8 a.m. just because we're way too far at this point. The 1 hour still has no bottom wick. We're gonna need some sort of a pullback in order for me to get you know, long here on gold. So that is pretty much it, right? I think we don't really have much of a support. We do have some sort of support hanging out right here that we can look into, but we did get the closure. Gold may juice up right here, but I've got to wait for the playbook to present a proper setup, and that setup is not here yet because we have been just pushing up for quite a bit. So if we can get a little, you know, something like this, little pullback, maybe even a support form somewhere down towards like 33.90, that'll probably be enough to get me long here on gold. Get something like this around 8:15, 8:30, and then we can, you know, take these longs back up. And I think at that point, after you get this little retest, you know, that's where we should see a pretty big push up to fill that wick, because this would basically be your pre-New York volume, right? And then NY open kind of pull us back a little bit, and then you gear back up for the NYSE open, right? Then the stock exchange. So it's like 8:15, 8:30, you know, 8:40, and then probably a wick fill right around 9:15 there. So we'll see what happens. You know, that's kind of candle by candle, but ideally that's what I would love to see here in order to take you know, to take a high quality trade here, right? Some little push down, support formed, and then we can make our way back up. So that's my game plan here for today. 1 hour candles have been moving up quite a bit. Raja would call me a complete, you know what, if I took a buy right here probably. So let's hang tight on that. See if we can get the 1 hour pack too. That would be incredible. We don't need it, but we'll take it. So we'll see where we're at in terms of price action at 8:15, and then we'll kind of walk from there. Cool, sweet. The only way I'd probably take a buy here is if all these lows respect each other. So if we don't break the lows here and we continue to respect and we close up like celery play, I may be interested in going in, you know, probably at a smaller size on these buys here. But other than that, I really do want to see a pullback and a really good opportunity set itself up. Cool. So that's the day. That's the day. Louis G in the building. There he is. There he is. Yeah. So anyone going long here, best of luck. This could, no doubt about it, work out. But we're just too outside of the, you know, support for me to go ahead and take this buy. Let's get it. Let's get it. Good morning, Clubhouse. How we feeling? What a webinar on Saturday. Yo, that was one of the best webinars we've done. That was fantastic. He took buys on the no wick. Yeah. What are you going to do? Big day here, baby. What up, Jamil? How you guys doing, man? Good to see y'all. Hero of the day. Hero of the day. Hero of the day. Hold on, hero of the day. I gotta log in on Zoom on my phone for this one. I got you the other day, brother. I got you. He's the sniper. He's the screenshotter. But I got him. Honestly, I couldn't send the screenshot in while we were doing the webinar because I did not want to ruin the moment. The moment was just I didn't want to distract anyone, you know? I'll pop it up later. The ice cream cone did look good, though. Not going to lie. Oh, man. That's so funny. How y'all doing, man? Good to see you guys. Good to see y'all. Clubhouse. Yeah. I'll show you guys later. Don't worry. All right. What's up, Della? What up, Jay Coop? How you guys doing? PM Magnifico. Good to see you guys. Stephen B. Yo, meetup time. Meetup. We're getting closer. What up, Daniel? There he is. The whole fam coming. Was the webinar recorded? Of course, of course. It's such a good webinar. Such a good webinar this week. Such a real one. Like a real, this is real. Just genuine. Yeah, you guys got to watch that back. Wishing y'all a great day. Wishing y'all a great day here. What's up, AV Mike? Yeah, we had the popped up on the TTE India crew. Shout out to these guys. W. Doing some trade reviews together. You know, I love that. I love that. You know, I like when I see people come together, because obviously the Matrix trying to keep us apart, right? You go work by yourself. So it's pretty cool. You know, last year we had the guys from Jamaica, right? They would all kind of hang out in the same. They'd all meet up every day, and they'd all link up and they'd all hang out and chill, right? In one guy's house and watch the live streams. Take notes, take trades. Like, I love that stuff, you know. Then you got the squad from India who gets together. They review their trades together, and you know, I just happened to pop up on them. AB Mike gave me the word, and I hit him with a little surprise, and we chopped it up. We had a great conversation, guys. I hope you guys really don't take what I said lightly there. You know, that's the big difference. You know, the big difference is truly the why, right? So when you understand what it is that you're doing and the reasoning behind it, everything changes. Everything changes. All right, let's take a look at NQ here real quick too. Yeah, we'll see what NQ's up to. No plan for selling gold. So my plans for selling gold would have to be some sort of a closure below support, right? So let's say we did get a closure like that, and then the next candle closes something like this. If we can get a fresh closure, something like that, that's where I would go ahead and take the sell on gold, and then, you know, shoot to basically give that candle a lower wick there, right? But as of right now, anything above 90 is all buys for me. Yeah, all my bias will remain bullish based off of that zone there, and based off of this 4-hour candle just fluctuating a little bit to continue up to fill that wick. So we'll see what's going to happen. The other thing about that wick fill there is that I'm a little skeptical about it, because it's back in the zone. So why would price want to, I mean, I know we popped back in here due to the whole gap up, but why would price action want to come back in that zone, right? That's that 4-hour chop that we kind of left. I mean, I get it if we want to come back up and eventually move bullish this week. That would be the only reason why. But other than that, we should really stay out of that rectangle right there and continue to make our move below this area here, right? To kind of come down and move bearish here. But again, you know, everything could have changed this weekend, right? Price action could completely turn around. A lot of uncertainty, wars. Gold is obviously a safe haven. So yeah, we'll see. We got a little twist. We got a little plot twist here at the end of June. Yeah. How do you join the India Zoom? I don't know. I'm not too sure, to be honest. They kind of they did that on their own. Maybe talk to YOLO Trader or something. Got into the buys the first candle when market opened. Which one, brother? Which time? What time? Oh, this market, 8 a.m. right here. Yeah, so that's the other thing. You know, that's the tough part about entering on the open of the candle. And, you know, obviously, guys, I've obviously experienced all of these things. Like, I've experimented with everything you have ever seen Raja do, teach, or say. I've experimented with it, right? So I personally don't really like entering on the open of the candle for reasons that you just got no fight, right? If price just wants to drive down, you just get stopped out. At least if it opens up and then you set a buy stop here, at least you have a chance, right? Where if price doesn't want to go that way at all, it just never activates you. So there's only certain times that I think it's good to enter on the open, and those are like for sure signs. Like, let's say we're extremely bullish here, right? And we get a fake out, right? This may be a good, and let's say it's 9:30 or 9:15 or a high volume time. This wouldn't be a bad idea to get in on the open of the candle, right? But the way you want to do that is if you're going to risk, let's say 4 lots, right? 4 contracts. If you get in on the open of that candle like this, again, we don't know if that candle's want to make a small little wick like that and then just start driving up, or if it wants to come steeper. So if you want to open 4 total, then what we can do is this is going to be something I'm going to start experimenting with again now that I have more experience, right? So here you hear what I'm saying? Like, there's certain trades where it's good to do it, certain trades where it's not. So before I had experience, I didn't know I didn't know how to tell the difference between the two. Does that make sense? So now that there's a lot of experience under my belt, now I understand when I could possibly start to do this. But with all that being said, with all the experience, if I'm looking to check off a 4 lot here on the open, I'm only going to enter 1, right? I'm only entering 1 there, just in case that thing wants to rip down like this candle, right, and stop me out. At least I only get, stopped out with 1. Now look, if it keeps going and it only let's say it only makes this lower wick, where normally I would say, we need a steeper wick, but in this case, price just runs, right? Like, let's say it doesn't make a steeper wick. At least now I'm in small, but I'm still in, right? So I'm still potentially now getting paid for my knowledge here. So that's one thing I'm going to start doing. Now look, if we break the low and make a steeper low, I'll go into some drawdown with that 1 contract, but I can add my other 3 right on the new flip, right? So let's say this candle has a little top wick, and that's where I would enter anyway. At least what I can do is, as this candle breaks the highs, that's where I can add my other 3 contracts to be in at a total of 4, right? So there's a couple different ways the trade can go. It can either go completely against you right away, you get stopped out at a small size. It can make a small lower wick and just shoot in your favor, and then you take a win at a small size. Or you can get in, it can make the lower wick, take its time, and then where you would normally enter a bigger trade, that's where you can add your other contracts in to make it a full 4 contracts in on that move. So I'll demonstrate that. If that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to you just yet, just wait on it. We'll show you guys and lead the way. I think Raja calls it a static risk. I forget exactly what they call it, but there is a term for it. I just forget what it is. All right, look, here's our 1 hour pack runner, by the way. So we should get that lower wick here now. Dynamic, dynamic, I think. Yeah, one of them. Dynamic, static. I think it's dynamic. Yeah, and you know what that does? So that allows you to be in those trades. So when we're getting a breakout, but like we need a better wick to be like more confident, but like everything else checks the box, right? Like, let's say high volume time, playbook setup, clean traffic to the left, right? Higher time frame going for us, but maybe sometimes we just get like this little tiny wick and I want to see a better one, right? But then price just runs on us. So at least if you're in with something small, I mean, you're still in, right? You're still able to participate in a move that you planned and you feel has a really high chance of working out. So that's all that is. So, if you guys are frustrated sometimes with the little wicks, this is really the only way to solve that problem, right? But again, you risk the chance of, going straight down, right? Or straight into drawdown. So I think it's worth the risk when you know what you're doing and you know what setups to do that on. Playbook, yeah, dynamic. There you go. Dynamic risk. Why did we just bleed 130? I don't know. Probably because the 1 hour had no lower wick on it. Yeah, 4 hour also, like I said, like, remember what I was mentioning before about the 4 hour coming back in here? It's like, that doesn't make sense to me, right? It doesn't make sense technically. Now, I get it. The war tensions and things like that could obviously change everything, but the 4 hour candle coming back up here just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. From a technical standpoint, with what's in front of us here, outside of all the news and whatnot and all that, forget about that. But from a technical standpoint, it's like, it doesn't make that much sense. If we didn't know about the overextended, we would have been the pack right now. That's true. yeah, if you don't study your data and if you don't see, you know, what trades tend to hurt you and where your profits tend to leave, then you get, you know, you don't know that this move right here is the one that's been taking all your profits. So when you get a closure above, you take a buy and you keep your stops there, and then once again that move takes your profits, and then you just go buy a new funded account. You don't even look, how did you lose, why did you lose? And I've been there, I did that. So it wasn't until I started tracking these trades and I began to realize, holy crap, every single time this is where this is the setup that keeps taking my profits, right, over and over and over again. And eventually when you collect data, you begin to understand what's working and what's not. So if you're not collecting data now, I highly recommend journaling your trades and getting on top of that. We did an amazing webinar. It was the importance of journaling your trades in the clubhouse. So anyone new in the clubhouse, be sure to check that webinar out, like today if possible. If you're not journaling your trades yet, then definitely check it out today. Tomorrow's too late. What did I take in Asian? I took this little loss in Asian. Let me show you guys. It was actually pretty stupid because I thought I was taking a trade on gold and I was really taking it on NQ, but it was still a good setup. Let me show you guys. It was like a 17 pip loss. I kept it pretty small. Yeah, it was an onion play. I need some losses on the onion, to be honest, to make my like win rate believable. Yeah, so that was it. Yeah, I was gonna close partials up here. I was gonna close full up here and got tapped in. I thought it was a good trade. I was not interested in keeping previous candle. I just wanted to see if this could work like quickly. So yeah, I kept a super tight stop. Current candle broke the highs. You know, went a little bit in profit, but that was about it. See, it was on NQ. I thought I was trading gold too. I don't even know. That's why I don't like trading Sundays. I'm always like distracted and stuff. Yeah, but I thought this was a good setup. It hung out for a little bit. You know, it was like chilling out in profit for a while. Even the lower time frames were really looking good, but yeah, it just ended up. I don't know what we did after that, because once I got hit, I just closed the computer and journaled the trade and dipped off. But I thought it was pretty good. Would you guys take this? Was this a play? You guys judge my trade. Give me some feedback. You would? Yeah? Look good to me? All right, cool. Playbook approves. I mean, Clubhouse approves. All right, yeah. So I gladly take those losses all day. You know what I mean? All day, every day. These are my losses. All right? These are my losses. Some of y'all don't like losses. I don't know why. I take pride in mine. I admire them too. What up, Arrow Sassy? Good morning. Clubhouse. Yeah, you're not in the Clubhouse? You should automatically be in. Brother, you got to hit join. So you got to click that join button, and then you're going to get access to all the Discord, everything. Yeah. Let me know if you have an issue after that, all right? But yeah, just click. Sometimes people miss that join button there. So make sure you hit that, and then all of a sudden, the whole thing is going to open up for you. All right, so that was yesterday. That was like 17 pips. You know, I only put one contract on it, so. Let's see here. Looks really good. I would have kept stops below the lows. Yeah, it wasn't a trade that I was trying to, like, you know, really marry and get into. I wanted to see if it would push like right then and there after the support was formed, and it didn't. So, you know, I had other stuff to do last night, so I was like, all right, whatever, I'm out of here. All right, we good. We got the approval. By the way, I also thought that was gold. I'm like, I don't even know what I was looking at last night. Strong bullish closure, why not? Yeah, exactly. Nice support. Obviously, we're bullish. Speaking of bullish, someone else is bullish. Johnny Gems in the house. Nice shirt.
Yo, my man.
Nice shirt.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, great, brother. Great. You?
Amazing, bro. Good to be back. New week. Let's get it. Another week blessed by God.
Amen. John was
Man,
like,
what up, chat?
your microphone's on in the morning. I was like, no, I was just shouting. I was all fired up. The kids are up. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. They all just woke up. I'm like, it's going to be a big Monday. Let's get fired up. Positivity only. Did you guys hear all that? I don't think you guys heard all that.
Nah, I thought I heard you yelling at Lele or something. I don't know.
I was yelling,
Lele
not
was...
yelling at them. I was just yelling, just fired up.
You're just getting hype. Hell yeah, bro. I feel that. Tom Brady self-talk.
I was like, let's go.
Let's go.
My family pulls up. I'm Tom Brady on the sideline. Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Who are you? Who are you when your family pulls up?
That's facts,
We gotta
bro.
motivate them, baby. We gotta motivate them. We gotta direct their thinking, right? Otherwise, their thinking's up to the world. We gotta purposely direct it in the place that we want it to go. I say, hey, positivity only today. Let's get it. Let's get it. Give them all high. Come here. Give me high fives. They're all excited. High five and high five. Come here, mommy. Give me a high five and a little. You know what I mean? My bad. Yeah, mommy. How'd it go, girl? Your little pat on the rear end, Good job. Lock in. Yeah. Oh wow, look at this move down here. Holy, that's what I mean. This 4-hour candle. I don't know. Just why is it up there? That's. I'm just asking that question. Like again, outside of the war stuff, that's the only reason. Other than that, from technicals, I mean, this just does not make sense. Price coming up here.
Yeah, bro. I feel that. That's the only thing that's making me skeptical about the buys as well, bro.
Yeah.
That 4 hours in a nasty area.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling? Happy new week. Let's get it. Who's ready to be patient and disciplined to the plan today? To their plan, I should say.
Yes, sir.
Go.
I'm still struggling with taking a loss on the chin, working hard on it though. Yeah, that's good, Wayne. You know what I mean? It takes time, right? No one likes to lose. None of us like to lose, right? So that is actually a skill set that one must develop to be a great trader, right? It's to understand, like, even in life too, you got to fall in love with mistakes, like, again, talking about my kids, I'm encouraging my kids every day to take losses, to make mistakes, right? To learn, basically, right? That's how we learn. But the main thing, Wayne, is when you are sticking to the playbook. Did you hear how I perceived my loss just now? I was like, that's my loss. Look at it. I want to show you guys. I want to broadcast it up here. Look how beautiful my loss is, right? Because it's a perfect playbook setup, right? So when I ask, hey, what's some feedback? Could you guys give me some feedback on this trade? Do you think it was worth it? I don't have a problem saying that, right? Because I know that my losses in trades are all playbook positions, and the playbook is a high probability system that produces profits, right? So if your setup looks something like this that you take a loss on, you got to enjoy to love that loss. You got to enjoy to put that one in the loss column out of your. Admire your losses, gang. Like every single again, we draw this out all the time. This is the trade, right? We'll put a T there for trade. This is where it's going. It's going to one or two places, right? It's either going to a win or it's going to an L, right? We know 70 are going here out of every 100, right? And 30 are going here. Just love these 30, man. You got to welcome those 30, right? It's like, it shows you that you're working your playbook, right? That you're running your playbook. It's like, you ever see when, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, like a baby or something falls, right? And the parent's like, oh my God, like the baby's not saying anything, and then all of a sudden starts crying. Oh, thank God, right? The cry was a relief, right? The cry was wanted, right? It was a sign that the baby was still okay and good. These losses are not detrimental. These losses are signs that you are running through this playbook day in, day out, right? And just doing the work of a profitable trader. It's when the losses don't look like this. It's when they don't have any sort of resemblance of a playbook position that you have to really sit back and be like, what the hell am I doing, right? What kind of trade was that? So as long as it's playbook stuff here, take pride in these things, bro. Hell yeah, these are normal. They are a part of. You don't get these 70 without these 30. That's the thing. They complement each other, right? They don't conflict. They complement each other. So embrace those losses, enjoy those losses. As long as they look like this, you have no problem. You can move on to the next one, because we know that this setup right here, literally this year has over a 90% win rate. That means that 9 out of 10 times that's going to be a winner, right? So at the end of the day, accept the losses. This is the game you play. Just understand this. If you take losses and you can't accept them and you try and revenge them, you will never, ever make money trading. Trading will never work for you. I gotta tell y'all the truth, man. I have to. All right, it would be a sin for me to not talk about this. Like, gang, this is the game we play. All right, you got to know what business you're in, and you got to accept it all. If you chase them, if you revenge trade, if you FOMO, if you over risk, you're not making money in this game. You can do this for 25 freaking years and never make a dime by continuing to do those type of behaviors. And to be up here with a microphone, it would be wrong of me not to let you guys know this, right? I know Instagram makes it look so cool. I know YouTube, I know the highlight reels look great, but if you don't sink your teeth in and get down on this, right, and commit to this process of the probability game, you're not going to win. It's the only way to win here. So just keep that stuff in mind, right? I don't want to see people spinning their tires. I'd rather give you the honest truth so you can either say, hey, I could commit to this, or you know what, I got to go figure something else out and move on with your life, because this is the game, right? This is the game that we play here in trading, and it's an amazing game, but you got to be willing to sink your teeth into it and commit to the process of the probability.
Well said, bro. If you want to be a professional trader, you got to be a good loser. Well said.
Basically.
Yep. And the best traders in the world are highly skilled, right? And so trading is all about developing these skills to consistently withdraw profits, right? So here right now is where we get to work on those skills, right? So you should be, today, your main goal should be looking to sharpening your skill sets over, make money. Of course, we want to make money, but sharpening our skill sets is what's going to make us the money, right? So here right now, if I'm new and stuff, I'm sharpening my skill on being patient, being disciplined, sticking to my plan, right? If I take a loss, today I'm going to strengthen my skill set of being a good loser. Right here, right now is where we get to focus on strengthening our skill sets. So, yeah.
True. Yeah, and I see it still stings a little bit. So let me teach you how to. So this is how you take the sting away, right? So let's say you're gonna get into a sell position, right? And let's say your stops are up here, and you're gonna risk, I don't know, let's just say $500, right? Let's just use that as an example. So you get hit, and that stings, right? So this is how you take the sting away. And this is what the ego doesn't want you to do, but this is what I'm encouraging you to do, is don't risk 500. That's too much for you, right? And by the way, whatever number it is to you that makes you feel a sting, it might not be 500. It might be 50. It might be $5,000. I don't know. I don't know you personally, Wayne. So you got to customize that number. So if 500 gets you to sting, it's so simple, bro. For now, and again, your ego's not going to like this, and your plan's not going to like this. Your flesh is not going to like this, because you want to rush into becoming successful, but no one ever rushes into becoming successful, right? It's slow, mundane steps day by day. You don't risk 500 anymore, bro. You risk 200. And now, if you get stopped out here, you don't even care. It doesn't sting one bit, right? Maybe even lower, maybe 2, maybe 180. This is how you get rid of sting. It's so easy. All you got to do is this. But again, right? A lot of us want to rush this process, and we want to take bigger trades and make bigger money. And trust me, I get all that. But that takes the sting away right there. Energy, does that not take the sting away? Where's energy? Yeah, look at energy. Before I even said it, she said that's true, right? We got into a trade the other day.
Get energy.
We all risk such a small amount, and none of us cared, right? So that's what you have to do. Is the idea here is like whatever number gets it to sting, Whatever that number is too high for you right now.
Yeah.
Okay? So if your loss affects you in any way, financially, emotionally, or mentally, you're risking too much money per trade. Okay, you gotta bring it down a little bit. And again, I know your ego doesn't want to hear this. And shut up, Nick. I just gotta get this account passed. I need to get to the payout. I get it. But I'm trying to tell y'all something here. I'm trying to teach you guys something here, right? So lower it. My mentor would say, Nick, slow down to speed up, bro. Slow down to speed up, right? So whatever number it is that gets you to quake a little bit, find that number and then lower that risk. And then work your way back up to that number. Nothing wrong with that. Humble yourself, right? There was one time where I thought, I'm never going back to a job. You know, I had this little thing going for myself, and you know, I needed money, so I ended up having to go back and, you know, deliver some stuff real quick, and it hurt my ego, and I didn't want to do it, and you know, but it was necessary, right? It was necessary for growth. So sometimes this here is necessary for your growth, and I know it seems like you're slowing down, but in reality, you're settling in and you're gearing up to kind of go faster. So I hope that helps Wayne, and I hope that helps anyone else, you know, going through that same thing there.
Yep. Yes, sir. And maybe these aren't things that we all want to hear sometimes, but it is the truth, right? And the truth will set you free in the long run. I
know it's not the popular stuff, and you know, people want to hear us say other things, but you know, we give the truth over here. The truth hurts, but at the end of the day, it will set you free. So we may not be the most popular advice, but it's, in my opinion, the right advice, right, to really take this thing to the next level. So,
yep.
All right, Goldie. Plus, it also helps expectations. A lot of you guys are great people with great backgrounds, great mindset, but you've been lied to by the internet a little bit. So I need to help untangle all that junk that makes you think like this is the easiest thing on the planet, and I need to, you know, keep it real and tell you, hey, look, I mean, this is tough. You know what I mean? Like you got to commit, right? It's going to take the same amount of commitment that it took for anything else you've done great in life. You know, some of you guys have big degrees. You've been incredible athletes. You've been military. Like you guys have done, you know, we have a very quality type community here, right? Where you guys have done amazing things. The same commitment that it took to get you to that level of success is going to be the same commitment, the level of commitment that it's going to take to get it for you here too. You know, so just keep that stuff in mind. Bring back out the winner in you. You know, I love guys like Aaron, right? I love working with like former D1 athletes or pro athletes or military or business owners, because they just got that dog in them. They just got that winner, and you just got to tailor it to this type of industry or this type of niche. But how many guys won big in life, and now you're probably sitting at a job that you don't like, just looking for another opportunity to win? This is your shot, man. This is your shot right here to lock in and change your whole life, right? Just like you did in that athletic realm or in the business realm or in the educational realm. This is your shot here to, you know, get that chip on your shoulder and take care of business. Wow, what a move here for NY Open.
Yo,
in 30 minutes. Driver.
We just over recorrected the whole move.
Imagine having no stop loss there. Just getting mesmerized by our conversation here. It's like, oh, I forgot to put stop.
Imagine being up over 100 pips and not closing, it comes back to entry.
Oh man,
it's happened to people for sure. R.I.P.
Markets be humbling. Yeah, they do. But you know, you can catch the rhythm of the market. You just got to do the same thing over and over again, right? The market's going to give multiple like systems an opportunity every single day. It's just like, if you don't have a system, if you have like 19 that you're currently doing, like, you're going to be so confused. But when you know exactly what your system looks like, eventually at some point throughout the day, the market's probably going to give you that opportunity. But if you're too, you know, distracted by all the noise and everything else, and you're trading things that you shouldn't be trading, you know, you can't see the right opportunities when they show up. So if you guys haven't seen that podcast I did with Austin, I mean, I think I talk about this on every podcast that I've been on, but the 1 to 2 trades a day, I mean, that may be what is your final straw to becoming like a profitable trader and really getting a better understanding on system. It's one thing to know the markets and know all about them and know where they're going to go. But if you ain't got no system to time everything, I mean, you know, that information is dead. I mean, it's nothing, right? You can say, hey, price is going to sell, right? But not know when, you know, unless you have a technical system to point you in that direction. So just marry one of them and let's get it done. What up, Usman? Oh man, that's crazy. Had runners from Asian.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I mean, as long as they're just runners, it is what it is. But
yeah.
Morning all, just joined the clubhouse. Welcome, my friend. Anyone new in the clubhouse, welcome in. If you guys have any questions, any trades, any charts that you want to review, don't hesitate to send them into the chat. If you have not yet, go through all the course material, go through all the webinars, take your time. I would buy a brand new notebook and use that notebook. So just get a brand new one, and when you go watch the webinars and watch the course, keep everything in one brand new notebook. Yeah, this is gonna speed your learning curve and speed up the process of learning the system tenfold, right? So what took me about 4 years to really understand, you could probably understand it in about 4 weeks. So let's get to it, man. Everything is there. It's all provided for you. And then obviously on top of all that is all these live streams, right? 4 live streams every 24 hours running in the clubhouse, all high volume times, all jam packed with incredible wisdom and knowledge, entertainment. It's a good time, man. It's a good time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, all new members, welcome to the fam. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Excited to grow and learn with you.
Let's level up.
Yeah,
Let's
also,
level up.
yo, check out the setups, the trade setups that BTC just dropped as well. Yo, shout out BTC. Those setups are really nice, man, because we trade what we see. So you really want a visual, you know, of examples on how we trade. And those setups are great visual examples for certain concepts that we really apply here. And I was just going through them this weekend. I'm like, these are fire, man. And it's crazy because you can learn a lot from, and I was pretty much studying them, and I would recommend you study them, get them ingrained in your head, because they're going to be familiar when you are trading live, you know?
Yeah, so this is what John's talking about. So when you come in the clubhouse, you have like the trading course, you have the trade recaps, and then basically with these trading recaps, we're going to go a little different route with them. So me, John, and Magnus are all going to actually pop up like a quick, it's probably going to be like an 8 to 12 minute video of a weekly review. So we might even change this name to weekly reviews, and you'll get one from me, John, and Magnus every single week. Plus, obviously, you have the webinars and all that, but the trading course, this is what John's talking about here. So let me show you guys. So trade setups, we have like no wick breakouts, overextended, inverted celeries, candle closures, basically what they should look like versus what they shouldn't look like. Very simple, right? It should look like this. It should not look like that. Right? Clean range, as an example, should look like that, not like that. So we have a bunch of examples in there that you can go through, especially as a newer individual when it comes to trading this system. Because again, you know, I would expect people to make these type of mistakes, right? To expect, hey, fake out, let's buy back up. So I want you guys all to make good mistakes, so that way you can learn the proper ways to do it. And come over here to these the setups, trade setups. View this, take notes on it, pictures on it, and then just make sure that you're lining things up properly when you're entering a trade. Yep. Shout out to, I think, Harry. Harry gave me that idea, man. Yeah, Harry. So yeah, I think that's good, because a lot of times people do, and I had that issue as well. I had to kind of learn it on my own here. But you know, on what a good breakout is, what a not good, what a good celery is, what one that, what's not a good celery. So it helps out a lot.
Oh yeah. Study them. There's right and wrong answers.
Yes. Bro, this is crazy. What a move. What a move down here.
Oh, bro. Like, I started the day wanting to take buys, but now I'm starting to want to take sells.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Daily coming back down. 4 hour closing, or not closing, but 4 hour coming back bearish. I mean, my big thing is this range right here on the 4 hour. Like, as long as we're below here, technically the 4 hour should stay bearish. Right, and we should make our way down to fill that range at some point here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, man. Got to.
1 hour
We're a little choppy to the downside a little bit too on that 4 hour.
Yeah. I think obviously these are like the sells that we've been waiting for the whole time. Like either sells below 71 or sells below 65 there.
Mm.
NQ, yeah, I think we did. We marked up NQ already. Oh, we did not mark. Did we? I guess we didn't do an analysis on NQ. All right, let's take a look at NASDAQ here. So we did close bullish. We gapped down like crazy. Price came back up here now. The 4 hour is moving bullish. Look at that massive gap, man. That was like 3,000 pips or something like that. Yeah, that's wild. So 4 hours been moving back up. Obviously now we're back right where we left off here. So this is pretty much what we got. 4 hour looks really good. So if we just kind of, I know that's there, it's all overextended, but it is what's the term for it? Like unexpected, so it's like it just recovered it. Does that make sense? Like it's like an unexpected move that gapped down. So now we're like back at where we started. Right, so now we're here. We got clean range coming up to the left here on the 4 hour. The 1 hour is also now creating a support here. So I think you got a nice rejection to the downside. If you can close strong on the 1 hour, everything looks really good to continue moving up. 30 minutes been moving up a little bit as well here. So basically it's buys off support or closures above. Right, so it just depends on where that support forms. If that support looks something like this, then these buys are valid, right? If it looks something like this. But if that candle looks something like, if it closes right here, then those you'd rather wait for a closure above at that point for price to continue moving up. So that's kind of my thoughts here on NQ. We'll see if we can potentially go long here, maybe. Yeah, not looking bad. Not looking bad. Did Trump say something? He didn't just say something.
Hopefully he doesn't say anything while we're in a trade.
And if he does,
Hopefully.
may God be with us.
Yeah. May the direction in God be with us, bro, for real. God, align us with Trump's decisions today and our decisions in the markets.
Align our analysis with Trump's tweet.
Yeah. All right, goal here today, chat. Align the analysis with Trump's tweets.
All right, let me catch up on the chat here. So I'm a little far behind.
Chatty chat. Yes, sir, Nightbot. I know we're creeping on that July meetup. Can't wait. 2 more weeks.
Yo, yeah, that's right. Have I sample size NQ? Yeah, I spent about a year sample size in NQ. Yep. Yeah, a little over a year. So started trading it this year. It's really, being selective but doing well. At the end of the day with it. I would say most of my trades, it's probably like 75% gold, 25% NQ.
Yeah, because NQ is really a New York session pair. Gold, we could trade that all sessions.
Yeah. What up, Traders X? Yeah, I think that's what's obviously helped me put a lot of trades on the board this year is due to the simple fact that I've literally been trading every session, right, the whole entire year. So the one thing now is like it's 6 years of experience, but now I literally just turned the jet up. Like, so on top of 5-6 years of experience, now I'm literally trading every session. So it's just like it's going like even more fast forward now, right? Because now I'm seeing like price really doesn't make much of a move without me knowing about it, right? Because I'm checking in on gold every single session. So 4 times a day, I'm in here. You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard for price really to, you know, sneak around when it comes to my analysis and my bias. And that's why I've been doing so well this year so far, right? It's just it's very hard for price to be sneaky on me when I'm here all the time. So on top of the experience, I'm also trading a lot more and being in a lot more sessions. So that's why I feel like we're really like sinking our teeth in and kind of following gold step by step. And I could probably credit that to why we're having such a great year so far.
Yeah.
We're midway through.
Well,
we're midway through.
I mean, it makes sense. We're there for all the opportunities, so we're able to execute.
Yeah. Yep. I signed up for X just to see Trump's tweets. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's true. Don't even care what he says. Just, yeah, it's like a warning. Warning, warning. What up, Sue J? All right, what time is it? 8:45 here. So the 4 hour, I'm really not trying to take any buys right now. No buys at all for me. Not right here. Yeah, we'll see. Remember what I talked about in the beginning of the stream? About price potentially coming down, making a support? That's what we could look for. If we end up doing something like, so let's say we do something like this too, right? Where you just get a very aggressive push up, something like that. That's fine, right? They give that candle a top wick, because what can happen from there is we'll probably remain bearish now, right? Now that we just ripped down like that. So at that point, we look for resistance, right? And this could possibly happen around like 9:15, right? 9:30, something like that. And then we just take these sells coming back down.
Yeah, facts. I was thinking the same thing, bro. Because if we're going to take the buys on the lower time frames, I would like to take that as the 4 hours coming back up to that resistance. I don't want to take it when the 4 hours at resistance, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, and that'll be nice because that'll also give, no, actually that won't give us a 4 hour close, but it will keep us bearish with a little pullback. And I think if we use that zone here as a little guide, right, and we remain below, then I think we could see a resistance and then a push down.
Yeah, that's a way better correlation as well.
Yeah. Would it be wise to long the resistance? Yeah. I mean, it's counter trend, right? So if we can pull it off counter trend style, then I don't see why not, because I could totally see us coming up, right? Especially to give that candle a top wick, retest that zone, and then react there. So I mean, if it's right, if the price is right, then yeah, it may potentially be a good trade. But let's just keep in mind that it's a counter trend, so it may not come up here, right? It may come here. That's the thing about, the counter trends, is you don't really know where they're coming to, right? Because they could easily kind of step back like this and reject off there. Or maybe they want to go up more, right? And come up here and reject. So that's one of the tough parts about the counter trend is like, you know, and then if this candle here, right, if that candle closes like too close into any of this here, it's just like throws it off. So sometimes it is worth it, sometimes it isn't. We'll see about today's case in like 11 minutes.
Shall see.
We shall see. Hey, give me 1 sec. I will be right back.
All right, bro. So what's poppin', chat? What do we got? 860 winners in the house, plus the 260 winners in the clubhouse. Let's get it. What's good, everyone? Hope you all are doing good. Hope you all had a good weekend. Anyone doing anything fun this weekend? Talk to me. What'd you guys do this weekend, man? I chilled out this weekend. Ate some good grub. Spent some time developing myself, of course, reviewed my trades, had the TT webinar, so I got to spend time with the fam in there. It was a great weekend, man. How about y'all? What'd y'all do? Back tested? Nice. Nice, man. Yeah, I think if you spent your time focusing on personal development, bettering yourself as a trader, I think that's a W weekend. Spending some time with family, W weekend right there. It was my birthday. Awesome, man. Happy birthday. What up, Carol? Happy birthday. Hope you had a good birthday. Waited patiently for the market to open. Nice. Yeah, same. I did that as well. Hiking and camping. Nice, man. Sounds fun. What up, Alan? Hiking and camping, bro. That sounds really cool. I gotta do that. Yeah, my girl's dad is a big hiker, big camper, so yeah, maybe we'll do that this week. That'd be fun. Played some video games. Nice. Nerf gun war party. Cool. Nerf gun with the son, man. That's so fun, man. Yeah, I can't wait for one days like that, like one day I'll be a dad, have a son, hopefully, and then get to play some Nerf gun. That'd be pretty sick. Yeah, fun time there. What's good, Josh? How you doing, man? Played some golf. Nice, bro. Yeah, I gotta play some golf. I haven't played golf in a little bit, but yeah, I gotta play some. Maybe when I get back down in Florida. Josh, how'd you do, man? What'd you shoot? Read The Secret. Nice. What's up, Bone? Nice. Drank some beer. What up, Zyper? Nice. Yeah, doing some reading's good. I spent some time listening to the Trading in the Zone audiobook as well. That book is fire, man. You guys should really check out that book, Trading in the Zone. Some fire in there. One other trading book I can recommend too is The Forex Mindset. That is another fire book also. A lot of gems in that one. Yeah, Bone, I'm curious how I want to get that one. The Secret, right, by Neville Goddard, right, I believe. That one seems cool. I want to give that a shot. I've listened to a lot of Neville Goddard audios, but I'm sure his books are jam-packed with gems as well. What's up, Pablo? How you doing, bro? Yes, sir, man. Yeah, I'm still out of Florida. I'll be back in Florida, though, July 3rd. Yeah, so one more week down here. I think like a week and a half, and then I'll be back in Florida. Getting more sauce? I don't know, man. Probably not. I need to get some other stuff down here. There's a couple other restaurants I want to get that I gotta hit here before I leave.
Get it. Enjoy it for me.
I will, bro. I might be coming back up with you in August. We'll see. Bailey's and Burgerloaf is what's up in schedule this week.
I'm gonna need you to watch the kids that week, brother. What you mean you're coming back with me to New York in August?
I'm just
I need
bro.
all
I got
babysitters on deck. All of them.
I got you, bro. Let me hit up my girl.
I need Uncle Joe. I need Uncle John. I need Maddie. I need Anna's mom's flying in. I need everyone.
We need them all, yeah, bro. I got you, bro.
It's getting crazy over here.
Anything for you, bro. I gotta pay it forward. You give me gems every day.
Sweet. Good trade-off. Good trade-off.
Yeah, facts, bro. Yeah, what's up, Jamil? Honestly, the weather's pretty good here, man. I think I brought the heat with me, though, because we're getting, like, extreme heat warnings down here now. So, yeah, it's getting hot.
Yeah, is it? It's getting hot.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Oh, the Mark Douglas interview on Wiz Trade? That's a classic. I like that one.
That's the best Mark Douglas interview you're going to find on the internet.
Yeah. Was depressed the whole weekend? Been broke? Yeah, honestly, that's good. Believe it or not, that's good. You gotta be depressed. You gotta figure out a way out. You know what I mean? It's really not depression. It's thought of survival is really what it is. We just kind of put a little word to it, a little term to it, gave people a little label and said, well, you know what? You're depressed and you're not. And you're depressed and you're not. And you're depressed and you're not, right? And we just give this little label. But all it really is a thought about survival, right? I mean, dig deep, man up, find out what it is you got to do, not what you want to do, what you got to do, right? And then just do it. Just do it. That'll get you where you want to be.
There.
We don't always want to do what we do. Does that make sense? I think people think successful people want to do everything. We don't always want to do it. We do it because it's required, right? So you got to do it whether you feel like doing it or not, right? These are the actionable steps to become successful. Not every day do I want to do all my daily non-negotiables, but there's no negotiating, right? As a man, it don't matter what I want to do, right? I got to do them if I want to be where I'm at, right? So yeah, depression's good. It really is. You know, it'll be some men's strength and some men's fall, basically. So don't let it be your fall, right? You can just think about it as you're thinking about how to survive, right? How to get out of your situation. That's all it is.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely didn't want to hit 200 push-ups today either, right? But it was part of my system, right?
Exactly.
To achieve my goal. I have a goal that I want to achieve, and I built a system to eliminate all feelings so that I can just go off the system. So yeah, I didn't feel like hitting 200 push-ups, but the system told me to do it today, so I had to do it. Yes. Build your systems, man, to achieve your goals as well.
Yeah. Seems like I don't think that was the counter trend, James, but I am onto it too. You know, like if this candle does close strong bullish, I think we can get a better counter trend push. You know what I mean? Than that little dinky, 5-minute no top wick BS right there, right? I think we can get a better push if we get like a strong 15 closure here with like a 30-minute inverted celery. Then I think we could probably come up towards like 84 and have a better move out of that. You know what I mean? Like a little bit more worthy, right? Maybe like a candle like that could just pop up and that'll be our trade. Yeah, I am interested though. I am interested because all this is just so sporadic here. So we'll see. We'll see where we're at. I think the sells look good, but obviously we need a pullback for the sells. So, during this next, we got news at 9:45. So if we're going to look for trades basically between now and then, they're probably going to be long positions, right, on good closures to kind of move back up in this direction. And then after the news, if we remain like below, these areas 84, then that's when we could hunt for those sells again. But if we're talking about the next couple 15-minute candles, yeah, if we get a support, we're probably going to move up here. Yeah, I would say, somewhere up into this 84 range where you got no top wick on that candle. But this guy's got to close strong. Otherwise, there's nothing for us, really. Friday, I did not end green. I did not. I ended up, so I think when we left, I was down 1,700, right? So I took another, I took a celery play on NQ. It didn't work out. I took another small loss. I only used one contract on it. And then after that, I took a win on I think it was, I don't know if it was NQ or gold, but I still did end up closing that day red. Yeah, it was like negative 1,000 instead of negative, I think 1,700 is what it was at first. So got a little bit back, but still ended red. Johnny Gems. Hold on one sec, bro. All right, you good. All right, so it looked like we were gonna do it. We broke the 15 high there, but nothing. So yeah, we need a good closure. Let's go, DJ Scratches. Let's go, James. Nobody knows nothing. Let's see. Huh? What? Who's what? I don't know what this guy's talking about. I was thinking about that all weekend.
Question.
What were we thinking about? I forgot what we were even talking about.
Oh, the market open, I think.
Yeah, once I seen on Saturday that that Trump or whatever, the U.S. dropped some bows on them, I was like, oh man, we're definitely gapping on Monday or Sunday or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We were talking about exposing Hero of the Day, eh?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I gotta join.
Oh What up, bro?
Ooh, I actually got access to the TT Clubhouse here. Let me join. Let me join.
Yeah, I had to get Hero of the Day back a couple times too, because he got me dirty.
I get the millions and in my let's see. Stay co-host.
I got a pick too of Hero of the Day.
My guy Trump dropped some bombs and he said, if there's any sort of retaliation, we will hit you with something you've never been hit with before. Thank you very much for your cooperation. I mean, that's gangster.
Pretty savage. It's pretty savage, yeah. At least he ain't playing around, bro.
He said, thank you so much for your cooperation.
I would take it as a warning.
There he is. Yeah. Ah, he was enjoying that ice cream, man. Ah.
Damn.
He was enjoying it.
Got him.
Not gonna lie, that thing looked amazing. Why weren't you paying attention to the webinar behind you, bro? Come on, come on, come on.
Bro, you're eating ice cream. We told you we don't support that, man.
That's protein ice cream. Let them know, bro.
We support push-ups and steaks. No ice cream. Come on now.
Oh man. Hey, this is not a
What
good
was
enough.
that, a vanilla cone?
This is not a good enough closure for me. For the buys here, but yeah, maybe the next 15.
It's amazing.
And it probably will work. That's the funny part.
Yeah. The trade from Friday doesn't work. This trade will just work good. Hero of the Day, was it just vanilla ice cream? Did you do like rainbow sprinkles or like something like that?
Was it protein?
Bro, Hero of the Day, those backgrounds, man. You got me dying. Damn, Nick.
What?
You're dirty for that. No, I'm kidding. You got him back, bro.
Louis G got him too. Oh man. It's over for Hero of the Day. Nah, you gotta be careful, Hero of the Day, man.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
slip.
I have my camera off all the time, though. You're smart if you got your camera off.
He can catch me all the time, but I think everyone already sees. I mean, there's nothing to catch here. It's just like, Nick made a funny face. Let's go. But y'all in Zoom,
Yeah, right.
man, you guys be funny. Sometimes you guys be dozing off.
It
No,
is
I
what
don't
it
think
is,
I've
man.
ever seen anyone fall asleep, which is nice.
I have. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a couple wild things on my years on Zoom, bro. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
me too. Me too. We won't talk about some of the things that we've seen on Zoom, but just know if your camera is on, just be responsible. People can see you.
And respectful.
Oh, we've seen everything. We've seen everything. Too much. Too much. I don't even want to say what we've seen.
Yeah.
Shirts and pants will be required at all times. I mean, some people are just, I mean, that's what's up, you know, like that you could get on Zoom butt naked and just be loving life, you know? I mean, hey, more power to you. But, you know, not everyone wants to
Hey,
see
man.
that, you know what I mean?
No comment.
Hey man, that's self-respect right there. That's a self-image right there. You know, if you can get on Zoom butt naked, you could become a profitable trader. You just gotta have that same confidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Respect to you, but like disrespect to you as well.
Oh man,
Yeah, I'd rather you
awareness.
sleep
You need more
than be
awareness. You know. Me, I get on Zoom. I'm making sure like there's not like my beard is like combed decently, like making sure I ain't got nothing on my face. Like,
All right.
I don't know.
Make sure there's no sauce.
Making
on
sure
your,
like
on your
my
shirt.
hat's on straight. Some people just pop on Zoom butt naked. They don't even. Is the camera on? Not too sure.
Like laying down too, bro. It's like, whoa. Good, bro.
Like, don't hit us with that angle. I'm scarred for life. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Have me scarred sometimes.
There's certain things my eyes have seen that you guys should not see ever on Zoom. Oh man. All right, let's
Jay
see.
Coop, bro. Same, bro. That's why I don't turn my camera on in London.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
You never know. Nobody knows nothing. Been scared 3 times. Oh, scarred. He's been scarred 3 times. Oh my goodness. Better buys after 66. 66. Oh, like come down more. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, we could possibly come down further. This kind of now serves as like an observation zone. I don't really know how much I like the sells in this, obviously this chop here for obvious reasons. But yeah, this will probably act more so as a observation zone for me, to where like maybe we keep pushing down, who knows, right? And then we kind of create support somewhere down here, because obviously there's going to be a bit of a false support formed first to try and do the fake outs and all that. And then maybe that happens up there, and then maybe we catch decent buys from down there too. So it's just about candle closures here. Louis Vuitton, I'm in my bag. The war stuff, yeah, that's the reason why I'm hanging tight bullish here, especially up till 85 or so, like where that 15-minute candle has no wick at the top, somewhere up here. I'm definitely gonna hang tight on with the bullish bias, right? Until we see some push down from here. Yeah, because this is a random move here too. Like, remember I said like unexpected. Like, I don't know how to really what term to use for it, but it's like random, like unexpected. Yeah. It moved up and it moved down. Yeah, it's like war tension or war. It's like, it looks like war. Just put it like that.
Right. Big moves up, big moves down. We can low key buy and sell, honestly.
Yeah. So if we plan something nice here, it doesn't even like if we plan like a good quality support, then I think we can pop here at 930. So
yeah, and I agree with you too, bro. Like, I'm only trying to take buys from where we're at now until like 84. Like, after that, I mean, I don't really want the buys anymore.
Yeah, like after that, I'll just leave it for a runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old COVID interviews. You do have like a button up with a tie on and nothing underneath. God forbid you have to stand up.
Bro, don't even get me started with COVID.
Kobe, what? 4-3.
What do you say? Japanese
Nobody moves.
Kobe?
Nobody gets clipped. Yeah, New York push up. Yeah, I could totally see New York session pushing up for sure. Yeah, just waiting on a quality closure. A quality closure.
Speaking of push-ups.
Push up.
It's about
Hit it,
that
John.
time.
Hit it, Johnny Gems. Gotta get him in. Gotta get him in. Bow tie, no pants. Facts. Yeah, there was one video. The guy gets up to like shut his like child comes in and like opens the door, so he had to like get up or whatever. He gets up. He's got like boxers on. He's like, he's like, oh my god. He like didn't notice till he got back, and then like whoever his like boss was just stands up. He's like, yo, no biggie, bro. I got shorts on too. Funny times. Pre-London did me dirty, bro. It's a good thought. Oh, my bad. I thought those were the same. Next 30-minute candle have huge volume. Yeah, absolutely. 9:30. Plus, we also got a red folder news event coming in here at 9:45 today as well. So that can really push. So as much as I want to take a bit of an impulse entry here, I'm definitely not going to do that based off of the 15 closure here. If that 15 closure was much stronger, I would definitely be open for like a buy right now. But I gotta wait here just because I don't like that closure, and I gotta wait for the 30. What do we got here? Oh yeah, we'll see. All right, there. That's the high right there. So if we get a decent closure, like something like this, then I do like these buys here. Yeah, we're gonna have a 15 closure before a 30 closure. Now that's what we're gonna run into. So we got to see how that 15 closes, and then maybe execute at 9:15. Maybe have to wait till 9:30. Yeah, that could be like just that news could be like why we pushed down here, right? And now we may settle in, get our footing back, right? Create support, and then potentially move back up. I agree. Yeah, that's true, Q. Yeah, I don't think the 4 hour broke the lows either. Yep, 4 hours still remaining like intact there, so. Yeah, I want to say, 33.90, right? 33.90 looks good, but for me, partials would most likely be at 84 there to give that candle a top wick and then see if you can get the runner up to 90. Yeah, there goes the high now. So it could run on us now that it's breaking the high, but there's no playbook set up just yet. So once that presents itself, then that's when we could step in.
Patience, John.
Yeah. So 4 hour is technically still bullish, right? We came down, made us, made a little push down. We're technically bullish on the 4 hour. The 1 hour has also closed right near support, right? So you got support sitting here. You got a 1 hour closure right there, tapping into that level of support. You have a potential 30-minute break in the highs now, right? Starting to push up, getting a lot of bullish volume into this candle. You have the 15, which didn't quite give us what we wanted. But this next, this current one is starting to drive up here now. So those are the reasons why I'd be looking to go long. Now, if we can get a closure here on the 30 where it's a decent closure to make our way up, then I like this move back up here. Let's see, NQ here. NQ, NA, NQ.
Let's get it, chat. Shout out everyone who hit some push-ups with me. W.
Yeah, 1 hour closures on NQ are pretty clean. 4 hour broke the lows. We never broke the highs. Yeah, we corrected the move too, right? This was the gap, so we corrected the gap. 1 hour now, closing with no wick right at support in the range. A lot of rejection here. So if you get a 1 hour closure bearish or below even, that looks pretty good. GC, chill out, GC.
Our 4 hours look a little bit different on the GC and MGC.
Do they?
Yeah, a little bit. Let's go, Daniel. Yes, sir, bro. Catch up to me, man. I'm at 120 right now. I'm going to 200 today. Bet futures lawyer. Let's get it, bro. Maybe another one. All right, screw it, bro. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's just get it done, bro.
Making each other better. Let's get it. I tried that sell again after the rejection wick. Made some sense. Just closed. Let me see which one. Oh, right here. Like after this, took a sell. Yeah, it's just at this point it's way too low to sell. You know what I mean? In my opinion, just the sell move kind of happened already. So that's what I mean. Like maybe we'll take these buys. Maybe we react here with a resistance, and then we take the sells, right? To come. So I wouldn't want to take the sells like down here, but maybe from up here they might be better, right? Because now you got all that room to go down plus that wick to fill. So yeah, that's probably what I would have done differently there. But other than that, grab the pack. You grabbed the pack first on that, right? And then pushed. So it could have worked, but I think that this idea is going to be a little bit better. Yeah, because now if you do get a resistance here, now the potential sell has a better chance of like playing out to fill that wick there. Yeah. Yeah, and like as far as the longs go, like maybe we get this here and then you just get a straight push up and a new closure, right? That's probably the best longs because now we're tapping our target from that range here. So now we would need a new breakout to move up in this clean range. But yeah, what a move. Clean move back up. Couldn't wait for us. Oh, John only did 24 push-ups.
Yeah, damn Gold.
Well, that was our ride. The bus didn't stop for us, though. That ain't right.
Yeah, man. I like sells off resistance now, honestly.
Either that or a closure above. So like a new support formed and then a closure above. Like I think if you maybe remain above this area here and range real quick, then everything looks good.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, like let's say we range in here and then we get a breakout. I think the buys look pretty solid at that point. If we close below here, the sells will probably look good to fill that wick. Yeah, we'll see. Monday. Yeah, Monday. That's right.
That 4 hour, bro, is annoying me. Just where we're at for the buys.
4 hours up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So this would be considered not a good onion, right? So I wouldn't take this buy ever, right? Even if, like that buy does not make sense to us. So we, if you didn't make money in here, that's because if you're following this playbook, that's not your money, right? You shouldn't make money there. That's not our move. So that's probably somebody else's move who is like, watching a moving average or something, right? And it's like, oh yeah, let's take a buy here. That's not our move though, right? So don't worry about that. Remember, all of this is noise. Everything is noise until the playbook setup shows up, and that's when we just execute. Yep. So
remember, your move over the market moves.
Yep. So this was a great move, but for a different system.
That's just normal to the markets. The markets are just moving. It's normal to that. But like, your move is what's supposed to be normal to you.
I bought MLB The Show today for $4. That's hilarious. How'd you get that for $4? Pablo, how we feeling, broski? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. So yeah, this looks clean to me. So if I want to really stay looking for buys here, it would have to be closure, bearish closure, followed up by a bullish closure, followed up by my execution right there. Boom. So a trade would look something like this. All right, something like that, and that would be the move. Trade of the day. Time correlation concept, please. How to see higher time frame, lower time frame. It takes time. It takes time. In due time, you will understand it. So it's not something that I can share a quick little answer and then it, right? It's gonna take all the answers that I've always talked about when it comes to the correlation of time frames, and then just pay attention to them day in and day out, and week in and week out, and month in and month out, and then eventually you'll be like, hey, I know how to correlate these time frames pretty damn good. Yeah, so let's see, there's that top wick.
Thank you, Mrs. Lippy.
And then it's crazy because then time frame correlation is just one part of it. So this trading is so simple, but it's also so deep. because every day brings you a little bit of a new scenario, right? Like everything we know about technicals, right, comes into play here today, but there's one thing that's different. What's unique today about maybe that wasn't on Thursday, right? Thursday there were no bombs dropped in Iran, right? So now this whole day is completely unique, right, to the next day. So that's why the chart time is your best friend, because it's not until you get experience about how much variety is really here and what can actually take place, then you don't get the full version of it, right? So that's why I always tell people go around the clock a little bit, right? This is the clock, right? This is 1 year. You got to have some cycles, right? 2 years, right? 3 years, right? You get some cycles under your belt. You start to learn how markets move throughout the year, and you start to see, okay, there's seasons to the game. There's interruptions to the game. There's a lot of things that happen, right? But the first thing is you need to nail down a system to trade, because there's so much noise going on that is outside of that specific system that can, really get you in trouble, right? Steer you the wrong way, get you into trades that you don't even know why you're getting in just because you think price is going up. I know some of you guys are in buys right now right here. I know it. I just know it, right? So whether or not that works for you, to be honest, I don't have any sort of idea, right? There's no sort of probability here whether that will work. So it's just following a simple system day in and day out, and regardless of the noise that's being made in the markets, none of that matters, because you filter everything and you govern everything through that very simple system. Charts for stream? Yeah, we can take a look. Let's take a look.
Facts, bro.
Charts for stream. All right, let's see here. So let's go back up. I think we got a few here. Good stuff. All right, let's take a look here. Trade 1. Let me go back. Trade 1. All right, let's see here, brother. So let's take a look. This is a daily candle open. Okay, push down. 15-minute onion, took a sell, full TP, 4-hour target tapped. Okay, perfect. I purposely missed this position because there was a few things I wasn't sure of. Just needed some feedback, details, daily bull, 4-hour bear, 1-hour bull. By the way, guys, this is what you want to have on your journal. You want to have like all this type of information here, and if you can, include screenshots, right? Any sort of the idea should be in there, and then if you have a question, that should be in there, or whatever you have, any sort of details that you want to put in there. But yeah, this is always good, SimZ. So keep up the good work with this. So 4-hour pack runner to retest 15-minute. Question is, at the open of the daily candle, is it okay to consider that as a new support resistance after the 15 close? Let's take a look. So let's go back to it. Let me erase this. Yeah, so I probably wouldn't have taken this sell either, just due to the fact that I would have probably labeled that as a range just like you did, and there's clearly no closure right below that range on this candle, so I probably wouldn't have taken that trade. And yeah, so the answer to your question would be yes, you can use that as a level of some sort of a range. It gets a little tricky when we gap and all that, so but in normal technical analysis type stuff, like if it's a little gap, then yeah, you can use that. Yeah. So I probably would have missed out on that trade too, just due to the fact that, this candle here never closed below there. But great idea, right? Great idea. This is also 15-minute. Yeah, 15-minute time frame. So, okay, so what you could have done there was potentially waited for like a 30. So I don't know if like there was a 30 closure at all in between here, but maybe a 30 closure could have helped you out a little bit. But yeah, that's about it for that one. Let's see here. I got stopped out at buys. I entered when the 15 crossed the resistance with the candle body stop loss. Okay, let's take a look here. So entered the buy. Yeah, I mean, look how far the price has moved already. Right? Look how far we've really moved. And then look, this was our latest support here, right? So if you're going to take buys from anywhere, it's most likely going to be here is the best buy. But even that is choppy, choppy, choppy. So I wouldn't have taken buys until we got a break and retest of that zone right there. Right. Oh yeah, and look what happened, right? We pushed up, we broke and retest, didn't we? And then look, this one of those candles would have been probably my buying candle. So maybe this bullish one, and maybe that wouldn't have worked out for me. But I'm not sure what time frame, 15 minute. So maybe you had a clean 30 closure here and a push up after the break and retest. So I would have waited for that before just trying to catch this big move up at the break of like some of those highs there. Yeah, just a little overextended.
Yeah, that was during pre-NY. We were waiting for closures above there to go long.
Yeah, or closures above would have been nice. Yep. But sometimes, John, like, you know, like we don't need to wait for a closure above when we're moving up like that. But yeah, in this case, it was a little messy there. So
if we would have took it on the last candle, we would have lost.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, that would have been stopped. So yeah, I think closures above were probably best at that point, or a clean break and retest. This is too much chop here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. 4-hour bearish, daily bearish, 1 hour bullish. Was looking for an onion and confirmation close below support. We had a clean range, so waited for the wick. All right, cool. Let's take a look. All right. Okay, cool. So let's take a look here. Waited for the wick. Let me just check this again. 4-hour bearish, daily bearish, 1 hour bullish. Yeah, I think that's a good trade. Sell's coming back down. You're bearish. Your 4 hours bear. Your daily's bear. I'm assuming that this is a 1 hour candle, and then this is the other one that moved up and broke its own low. Is what I'm probably assuming happened here. So yeah, I mean 30-minute resistance, 4 hour bearish, daily bearish. I mean you got to pull the trigger there. So yeah, I think it's a good trade, bro. Good trade. Also depends on the time. So 9:15. Yeah, I mean that seems pretty good to me. All right, Arrow Sassy here. So we're struggling at that top wick, right, to up here. So we're gonna see what happens here, how we react. We got a 30-minute closure coming up, 15 closure coming up in about 4 minutes here. So let's see this one. So we got this candle forms a 1 hour, 4 hour candle. Okay, size. Anticipated the pullback. Okay. Previous 30-minute broke a few wicks away. Previous 1 hour low. Okay. Also candle. Closed partials around here. Wow. Very nice. Closed full here. Closed partials here. Okay. Cool. Didn't wait for the closure. What do you think? I mean, what do I think? I think I would have not taken the trade on that candle there. Right. Because I don't really like these type of impulse trades where you get like these random, where price is still ranging and then it just breaks the wick. So I would have used that one as my confirmation candle, and I would have used that guy as my trading candle there. And I would have probably looked to secure some profits right around that range. Yeah, somewhere in there. So if we look left, we can kind of look towards these areas here to close some partials. And look, so it kind of like hits that area, pulls back a little, and then continues down. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have taken the impulse trade there, but I definitely would have looked for some sort of entries on this candle to move down. Yeah, I just don't like taking impulse entries out of the range. If we're outside of the range, I don't mind them, but when we're in it, yeah, I don't like doing it. All right. Let's see. We're slowing up here at 82, which was me and John's TP area, so no surprise there. We may get a little range now, unfortunately, at 9:30. I don't know, but you're right, for news to kind of break us out, so we'll see.
Yep.
We got 9:45 news coming. 9:45.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the rest of them in just a few. No top wick on which candle? Oh, I think were we talking about the review candles? Yeah, the chart review. Could you explain how the one-step elite challenge on top one futures works? I'm changing my prop firm Current one shutting down. Yeah, so you basically take a challenge and you have to get, what is it, 6%, right? A 6% target. You have 3 or 3.5% drawdown, and basically you pay a price and you get that challenge, obviously, because you've done that before. You have no consistency rule on the challenge part, meaning you can make as much, you could pass the challenge in one day or one trade. There's no consistency, but once you do pass it, then you pay a $149 activation fee and you get moved over to what they call the sim funded account, I guess. And then at that point you can trade, but that's where you have a 25% consistency rule, right? On the challenge one, 25 on the challenge, 20 on the straight to sim.
Yes.
And yeah,
Correct.
Yeah, everything's on their website, so you go check out the website. It'll kind of give you all the details.
Yeah, definitely check out their website. Check out the FAQs. You'll learn the most from those.
Yeah. All right, we got a 9:30 closure with very little wick. So yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing here for me. Yeah, this is where we want to see a potential fake out too for sells. So I don't want to take buys here. We got the news coming up. It's going to be a little rocky here for a minute.
Yeah, got to be careful here. I mean, 1 hour could still come down, you know?
Yeah. Patience, patience.
4 hours in a tough spot. Yeah, patience.
My view on gold is pretty bullish. I wanted to try and see if I could attempt some buys from here, but never got the closure. Never got, you know, this candle moved up, so I don't want to close. I don't want to trade there. This candle closed above, but at the same time, we've been moving up for quite some time. I'd like to see maybe a little pullback, right? And we got news coming, so we're in a bit of a tough spot here on gold. Yeah, this 30-minute could easily fake out like we drew out earlier. Do something like this, right? And news just kind of rip us down, so we're in a bit of a tough area. Tough area at a tough time.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. No, I didn't trade London last night. Nope. Yeah, if you do get the fake out here, though, this actually ain't bad for price to potentially continue down, but you got to get closures back below. If not, then there's no sell there.
Yeah, we need the playbook setup.
Yeah, you also got some chop over here.
The 30 minutes a bit cleaner, I think, than the 15-minute, honestly, for the sells. A little bit.
Well, the 15 is going to lead us into news here. So
yeah,
we'll see about all that. Let's see what the
We're
NASDAQ.
kind of forced to wait for the 30-minute anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, so this 1 hour candle, still waiting on the closure here. So if this 1 hour candle can close below, I think you got nice shorts coming in here on NQ. Yeah, we tried a bunch to move up here. Weren't able to do it. Rejected all that. Boom. Making this little new resistance now. If you get a breakout, we should, you know, fill that wick and probably come down. Downtown. Let's see. All right, let me catch up here in the clubhouse. From 1 minute, you got consolidation. Ooh, consolidation on the 1 minute. What about news coming in? Are we going to stay out of the second half? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how the candle. Definitely, if it closes bullish, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if there's a big rejection, and we end up closing bearish like this. Then I might be interested in the shorts, right? Come 9:45, but we'll see about that. Yeah, all we really needed here was a nice little support. That's it. And then the closure above, but we just got the closure above here at 9:15. Let's see. Yeah, the news we'll keep an eye on. On MGC, what did it do? Let me see. I forgot we were talking about what it did, but yeah, 30 no wick here. So no wick on the top, no wick on the bottom. So we're starting to fill like 75% of this random move here. So we'll see what happens now, right? Are we going to fill the whole move? Are we going to create resistance? That's kind of like what we're looking at. My TP for the buys were pretty much right up here.
Yeah. Let Goldie move all at once. Unless it's our move, we don't gotta do a thing.
Yeah. How much do I need to make for top one? 150. I think it's 9K, right? 9?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Basically
But you gotta
6%.
stay in that consistency rule.
Yeah.
Yep. 6% of your account balance is the target for your, you know, to get funded and to get payouts.
Goldie doing Goldie stuff. Let's see. I didn't take this trade today. I took it in Asian session last night. And let me show you guys. Yeah, this is the trade here. So it's just a buy position taken off support right there. So I got tapped in. I kept a very tight stop loss with a very small position. So I think I was running just one contract here, and it was like probably like a 15 pip stop loss or so. Yeah, it looked pretty good. I was ready. We were moving up. So it was a nice, we had a nice push from the downside up. We consolidated a bit, right? We came back down. We created that support there, nice support, and we made a lower wick down to right around here, and then we came up. We broke that high to the left. That was my entry, and then we hung out here for like a good 10 minutes, and then just came down and broke through the low. I didn't want to keep my stops down here. It wasn't the time and the place. It was Sunday. I was just seeing if I can get in on a quick move. I wasn't really trying to be in much of a trade, so I didn't want to keep no stops down here. I kept them super tight, and if it went, it went. If not, I had other stuff to do last night.
Yeah, you said you thought it was gold too, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I thought it was gold. Yeah, so I kind of placed this by mistake on NQ, thinking it was gold, because gold actually had a support as well. And gold would have lost anyway, too, because it just bled, bro, after that. But gold, I don't think I would have gotten activated.
That's happened to me, too, though, before. I'm like, damn, this looks money. But then I'm like, oh, wait, it's NQ.
Yeah. Lost a lot of money today. Done for the day. Yeah, just chill. Just chill, man. It's Monday. So here's the thing. A lot of traders over the weekend, they build up a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation for the week ahead. And then when you throw in, war talks and war tensions, people get even more excited, right? And they almost can't control their excitement. And that's what kind of gets them into trouble at the desk. So they're very excited to get in. And look, I admire it, right? I respect it. I get it. You're fired up. You're excited, as you should be. But the market don't play, you know what I mean? The market don't care. So you have to basically tame your excitement. There's nothing wrong with being excited. There's nothing wrong with being fired up to be back in the markets. I come up here every day fired up, ready to go, but then I move into this very composed manner to where we have to be very selective with our approach on in and out the markets here. So you got to learn how to tame that excitement, tame that energy a little bit, and lock in and do the job, right? Because the job requires something, and a lot of that emotion and excitement and all that really can't interfere with the job itself. So again, nothing wrong with being pumped up. I get that. It's a good sign. But when it's time to trade, it's time to lock in. It's time to treat this thing like a business. And, if you do it right, you should walk away with a W most days. So that in itself is the reward, and it feels rewarding. So that's kind of like what we do every day, no matter what. Because, again, everything else outside of the plan is just simple noise.
Yep.
All right, cool. Like, I'm excited right now. You have no idea how composed I am right now. You have no idea.
Yeah, facts.
I got a lot of exciting things popping off here today, and the market is just one of them. I'm telling you, I just got so much bottled in, so much excitement, but you gotta stay composed, right now, because it's business time. It's not excitement time.
Yeah, Zersky.
Today's a big day, baby. It's a big day. NQ just got major liquidated. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, remember what I was saying here? The buys actually still look super valid, right? Especially with this 4-hour candle. I know we broke the lows there, but if you remain above here, I mean, look at this. Just look at it. Closure above, push. Closure above, push. Closure above, break and retest, push. Right? So there's some very recent moves on the 4-hour as long as we in this area, as long as we remain above there. So if you close above, man, I mean, we're probably coming up here. Let's go see if we come. Let me move John out the way, see where that wick came to. Right? So, I mean, look, you know, we could definitely start to fill that wick, but we got to close above here and break these highs. Yeah. I thought you trade NQ during NYSE. No. I don't trade NQ during NYSE open. After it, I do. So I usually wait for after 9:30 to trade the NASDAQ. For obvious reasons, right? I mean, look at that 30-minute candle. Yeah, it's almost never fails at 9:30 to do something crazy. Buy gold in small quantity? I do. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, Project Toro. Clubhouse family had to jump on. Appreciate the Clubhouse. Enjoy your day, brother. No need to trade for you today. Enjoy the birthday. Spend time with your family. Get your mind off the charts and just enjoy it, bro.
Sir, happy birthday, Project Toro. Enjoy your day, my man. May God bless you.
Appreciate you coming in here.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Happy birthday, Project Toro.
Happy birthday. Yo, Nick, we have a chart in the Clubhouse. Take a look.
Oh, yeah? Who's it sent by? Where is it?
Future Lore. Check out Future Lore's chart.
Let's take a look. Our move or no move? That's right. Okay, here it is. Let's take a look here. So impulse entry on the break of the lows. Yeah, I mean this is not bad. Like especially if you're really bearish and you don't get that top wick you're for, like, or you're waiting for. Obviously, you would love to get in somewhere around here, right, before the wick fill. But if your bias is very bearish and you have a lot of confidence here, and you're gonna use the current candle here, right, and enter on the break of those, I think that's good because you already got the breakout, right? My issue is this breakout here. I don't like to enter on the wicks, right? It has to break out. I'm sorry, that impulse trade I don't like to take. So once you officially get a candle that actually closes outside the range and breaks out, then that's where this sell becomes much higher probability at that point. So yeah, look, if you like this trade and you want to enter, wait for the break of the lows like you did, keep your stops right there, and then yeah, that looks good to me.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Yep. MGC. What time was that? Here we go, NQ. Here we go.
I think it was last night.
Holy gold. The whole move gets corrected.
Damn.
There we go. W.
Damn.
Great job, gold. Great job.
What do you want to do, Goldie? All right, let's see. Maybe news just pops us off somewhere.
Holy smokes.
Somewhere familiar.
How come I didn't take the onion at 59? 59? 59. What time frame? Oh, 6:45 a.m. Oh, I wasn't trading at that time. Yeah, I didn't look at the charts until I seen you guys today. So around 7:30, 7:45 was my first peek at the charts since Asian.
Yeah, I was at the charts. The reason I didn't take the buy at 6:45 is because we closed with no top wick and we closed below resistance. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
those
right
two
here.
reasons made me not want to take that buy.
And no
But I was
bottom
looking
wick.
at buys too. Yeah, no top wick and closed right at resistance and no bottom wick too.
Yeah. All right, here comes our news, man. Are we gonna keep flying? Holy!
It's crazy, man.
Will we keep flying up and fill that wick? Looking good to do it on the 1 hour. Looking good to do it on the 4 hour. Looking good to do it on the 30-minute. Continue to pump here. Interesting.
Holy.
The whole like now 8K, now 12K, now 18K, like only people who don't make that money type that stuff. So like, is it on a demo account or? Yeah, no one who like actually makes that money types that stuff.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing, you know, when you go in rooms of successful people, they already know like who's flaking, who's not, right? That's not how successful people operate.
They've been there.
Yeah. Let's see.
Being silly on a Monday.
News? No, yeah, not yeah. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, if that's the full like correction of that move, right? So we got the full correction of the move now. So you know, I'm not trying to sit here like a bird and wait for sells. I'm not trying to like come off like that. Like, oh, maybe we'll take them here, maybe we'll take them here. But I mean, the full range has been filled at this point. Like, target has officially been tapped here on the 4 hour, coming up into that resistance, right? 1 hour also has been tapped. 30-minute filled the entire range. 15-minute candle filled the range. You got a closure above. So that, again, that could be where the fake out starts to take place here. But, you know, we really need candle closures in our direction if we're going to go down. Let me take a look here. We also had the news, right? So you got, oh, green numbers too. So that would actually make sense for a bit of a push down here. So green numbers on the dollar. Yeah, all around here, green. So, oh, I'm sorry. This is GBP. Yeah, green numbers here. 53 over 52. So yeah, that could lead to a push down. So if we get any sort of like bearish closures or anything like that, I mean, let's do a fresh analysis here again, right? Like we're the daily candle has came up into that zone. We've kind of tapped into it. We're obviously in a mess, right? On the daily, like that doesn't look good to anyone. So, but all in all, I mean, we can see through it all. We've tapped that target. The 4 hour time frame is also now came back up here. It re-broke its own high here and pushed up and finally like filled that candle there. So 4 hour also kind of making its way to its destination. The 1 hour is now giving this candle a top wick in which we were looking for. Other than that, I mean, this 1 hour time frame is cooked, right? Like if we try taking buys from somewhere up here, you run into all that mess there. So the buys aren't even that valid. If we do take buys, it's got to be after a pullback now. But with all that being said, 30-minute candle hits resistance now, right? So we tap target here, and we see how we close. We also have no lower wick on this candle, no upper wick on that candle. So very, very sketchy price action here that could potentially get corrected. So if you get a 30 closure, right, very strong 30 closure, bearish, something that shows us we can potentially, you know, get a push off of this zone. By the way, push off the zone, right? Push off the zone, push off the zone, potentially a push back down here. So that would be the idea for this position, right? Is a strong closure. If we could break the highs, awesome, and then we come down. Same exact idea as the leg up is we come down to give that candle a lower wick, take partials, and then take full TP somewhere down there. So I think a 15 or a 30 closure will do here. 15 closure will be nice, right? Bearish closure, that'll be the end of the 1 hour candle, and then I can see this 1 hour candle just driving back down, right? At least until that area. I think it was, what was it, 84? Yeah, 84, back down to 84 there. So that'll give that candle a lower wick and then potential move up. So we'll see. That's the plan here now. That price action has shifted. We'll see if we can get a closure back below and lock this potential short position in. A nice break of the highs would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically our goal now is to come down into this candle with no lower wick. Just like our goal on the way up was to come give this candle a top wick from down here. That now becomes our goal from the top side, is to get a closure and then come down into 84 to give that candle a wick and then possibly even reject out of it. So green numbers on the dollar too, so we'll see. Trump tweeted. Oh, he tweeted 4 minutes ago. I wonder what he said.
About a peep. I didn't see any Trump tweet.
Holy, all right. Hey, what other futures guys and girls? What other news outlets do you look at outside of Forex Factor? I want to get something more so on futures, metals, things like that, like the US dollar. I never really used much. Uh-oh. Drill, I mean now. Oh. Oh, wow. Sheesh. So we got like mixed news then, right?
Sheesh.
Wow. Drill, baby, drill. Forex Live, investing.com. Okay. Investing.com is a pretty good one. Yeah, I like that one. Financial Juice. I never seen that one. Do I ever use the Dixie, like the DXY dollar? Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I have it on the other screen too over here. I have a couple monitors here. Financial Juice. I've never heard of that one.
Same.
I'll take a look at them. Wow. Yeah, Trump. Holy smokes. All right, cool. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I'll take a look at all of them. Holy. What a day. What a day. Let's see here. Yeah, what's NQ doing now? Wow, right back up. Liquidated. Snap. Wow. What a push. I want to see that 4 hour. Yeah, broke the lows. Yeah, I'm excited about this. We got 5 minutes for a 4 hour closure here. And you potentially getting a breakout too. Right, you get this breakout here. Looking actually not that bad. Yeah, 1 hour looks clean to keep moving too. Ah. Yo, supposedly top one still has that 55% discount.
There you go.
Yeah, they were supposed to get rid of that on Friday, but I seen someone in the Discord like, yo, the discount's still running, so I don't know if it is or isn't. Maybe one of you guys could tell me right now, but that's crazy. I literally, they told me it was done on Friday. That's why I was telling you guys, yo, today's the last day.
Yeah, damn. They should just keep it as the new norm.
Let me see something here. Yeah, seriously. Let's go to like the oh yeah, you see they did take the pro accounts up, so that was like a test to see if they want to bring them back, and I think they did say in the Discord that they're gonna bring them back next week. Yeah, let's see, 100K, 200. Oh no, it's gone. Wow, it was there this morning. It was there. I think this is 40. Yeah, so set $80 off of 190, 200. Yeah, I think it's 40. 40. Damn, it was there this morning. It was there this morning. Dominion funding. Well, that's forex, so that's totally different market. Yeah, if I was gonna trade forex, I would probably go with Dominion funding or FTMO. But you know, I think a lot of us are trading futures now. Oh yeah, you see spines. See, bought one today at 55%. Damn, I should have told y'all earlier.
He's glitching the game, bro.
Glitch. Nice, bro.
Teach me how to glitch, man.
Sheesh. All right, let's take a look here. We're getting any signs of hold up? A little bit, a little bit. Let's see. Consistency rule. Let's say I pass $25,000 account. Does that mean I can't make more than 25% of the 25,000 in a single day? It's 25. What is it on the 25K account? It's 25% of the. Not 25K, right?
Of your total profits.
So is it a, what kind of account is it? Is it a, like a straight to sim? Is it, what kind of account is it?
Yeah,
is it with Top One? Is it with Top Step? So there's multiple answers to that, just depending on what type of account and what company it is. Gold back to gold back. How come everyone's swapping to futures? Futures is a vibe, man. Futures is lit. Yeah, no spread, no slippage really. Regulated markets, just a couple different things.
Yeah.
The TT coupon, well, it was 55. It looks like now it's 40% off. Oh, nice, David. Did you get the 55 or did you get 40% off? Yeah, because I seen earlier today it was definitely still 55. Maybe their system didn't catch up till like 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning when they opened the business. That's lit though. I wish I would have known that over the weekend. I would have told you guys. Explain more about futures? I mean, it's very similar to the normal trading, you know. Like before I got into futures, I thought it was a totally different, like I thought I was going to need a totally different strategy, totally different platforms and all that type of stuff. And it's really just the same exact thing as trading forex, right? Nothing really changes. Candlesticks are candlesticks, ranges are ranges, time frames are time frames. It's just a little bit different in terms of like slippage, spread, regulations, you know, commissions, things like that. Really not much different at all. All right, so we did close bear, but not quite below the range here, right? So we did get a 30 closure. We got a strong bullish closure on the 30. I may be open for a bit of a fade, but we would have to pop here first and then break the low, and it would probably have to be the previous 15 low. So let's see if the 30 can kind of move up, attempt to fill that wick, and then maybe have some sort of a sell stop here.
New 4-hour closure too.
Yeah, that should be good. So I'm going to have a sell stop here on Goldie. Yeah. Break of the previous 15 low. Stops are going to be kept somewhere. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go like 2 contracts. Sell stop. Yeah, we'll throw 2 on this. We'll keep like a... Yeesh, 65 pip stop.
Yeah.
65 pip stops with the potential to move down into this 84 range at like 100 points. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get it. Wide spreads, yeah. Forex got the wide spreads. Dominion's not bad though. It's got like 1 or 2 pip. Ugh. Yeah, if you guys want to size down here too, yeah, I might size down to like one contract here on the sell stop until we get a 30 closure. If we can get a 30 closure, then I might be open to increasing this to about 3. So we'll start with 1. Woosah. Yeah, because we're anticipating a potential 30-minute push down, like a 30-minute fake out here to, you know, not correct the whole move, but at least I'd say to correct some of the move down to 84, I'd say. Maybe even, you know, what is this, 88, 86, something like that too. That could all work. So if we wait on the 30, you know, we may not have the ability to catch that move. Kind of like price just been moving all over here today. So that's why the break of the 15 low would make much more sense, or just wait for the 30 closure. Don't get in. If the 15 runs, it runs. If not, you can get in on a 30 closure if we get something that closes similar right to that. Yeah. But like I said, I think I'd be willing to give this a go at 1 contract. If we get that 30 to close like that, then I will look to do like 3 contracts, maybe even 4 at that point. Plus, I would expect the 4-hour candle to make a steep low. All right, it has no low here yet. So 1 hour close right at resistance, 30-minute same. So yeah. Top one, yeah, it works pretty much exactly like Top Step. There's just a couple little minor rules that are different, so I would go in there and just, you know, make sure you understand it, but very, very similar. Celery plate? Celery, where at? Yeah, 15-minute celery, you know, any of them. So if we don't get activated here on the 15, then we wait on that 30 closure, and if that 30 closes strong, then that's where we, you know, take the sell off the 30. NQ. Let's take a look. Oh, snap. No bottom wick here. No bottom wick. Yeah, this looks good though. But yeah, no bottom wick on this candle here. It's also the new 4-hour candle. So we got all new 4-hour candles and all that. All right, looks like I'm in here. Yeah, so Goldie has been activated. So I'm in the cells here, looking for 83, 84-ish. If we can come down into, yeah, right here, that's going to be break even for me. And I'm going to start to close some partials. Yeah, let's see. How do I get partials out? Oh, I got no partials. Yeah, so let's see if we can get down towards, I would say, let's see. Yeah, somewhere down there. Yeah, I might have to keep this open. Yeah, I think if we can get down towards 80, 84, I'm sorry, 87 here, that looks pretty good. Yeah, gonna move stops and profit here. So let's see if we can get one more push out of this. Give it to us. Give it to us. Yeah, that's my TP right there. I'm out. Full closure. So good trade. 53 pips. 53 pipperoonies. Nice job. Nice job. Quickie, quickie.
Wild.
Lovely. So now we wait on the 30. So that's the risk you run about waiting on the 30 there, is that most likely we'll probably, you know, push down here. So we'll take it though. We'll take it. 300, 369. So 900. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on my other account. I didn't have it opened. Yeah, I wish I had a little partial. Nice job. Yeah, nice trade, guys. Let's mark this one up. So full TP here. Yeah, this is, I guess this is really the mission, is down towards 75 again, right? Somewhere down towards 75. But now that you got that lower wick, you might just, you know, who knows, right? We might come down there and reject. So, yeah. Perfect exit though here. Copy, let's add this. Nice trade. Very nice, very nice. Just passed my 5K account. Okay, W. What do we got? Who made profits here today? Anyone make anything on that? 356. Nice job. What'd you guys make today? Give me a number. So like that's trading right there. So now we could just mess around with the rest of the day. Right? When you make stuff like this, I mean look at this. 486, 250, 600, Solomon 700, Zyper almost 300, Josh 350. My man Nicholas, let's go, $56 W, brand new trader. Sergio 396, almost 400. Damn. Went 3 contracts, closed 50. Nice job, Cannon. YouTube's over here, 129. Made a quick 250, quick 700, 840, $520, $500. W, let's go. $111, very nice, very nice. 358, 536, very nice, beautiful. 370, 556 on 3 combines. Okay, great job, pushing forward. 153, 160, 720, 700 on 3 accounts for Mr. Phil. Mr. Phil.
Go.
400 Sergio, 400 Willie. Bands counted up, counting the bands up. 900, 1%. Okay, didn't take it. Wasn't at the PC. Perfect. 770, 500, 420, 350 times 2. Beautiful, beautiful. We're making money here on a Monday. We're making money. 400. See how quick that was too? So imagine like some people trade all day to just go break even because they take a million trades, or you get one, you know, pretty good, decent idea and make some money. 110. Okay, nice. Oh, beautiful. 358 and 80 cents ballpark figure. W. 143, 1600, 400, 700. Awesome. Incredible. 690. W. I was down. Actually, I was down what? I was down 200. So I made about 500 on that trade. So about $1,500 all around. Without that loss. 750 on 2 accounts. Perfect. 1,500. Beautiful, Mark. 350 on 2 accounts. Awesome, man. Awesome. Let's go back to YouTube here. 500. 1,700. W. $6. That's my favorite one of the day. $6. $2,500. W. 752. 962. 1,600. Good job, Mr. King. Made my daily wages in one trade. W. Traders X. This was a bit of a 15-minute onion, but more so than anything, it was like a 30-minute impulse entry to move back down based off of the 4-hour candle needing a lower wick. All right, we're going to explain the trade in just a moment. I think we've already cracked like probably $400,000 in profits here today. Beautiful. Great job, guys. Great job. We'll explain this trade here in just a moment. 1,100. Good job. Very nice. 490, 500. Clubhouse bags are full. Let's get it. So imagine you make your Clubhouse membership in one day, one trade. Oh, nice. 460. Beautiful. 1,200 total. Amazing. Awesome. Yeah, good start to the week. Good start to the week. Way to bounce back from Friday, right? Little losses don't really matter that much. All right, let's take a look here. So this is a bit of a counter trend trade. Let's take a look at why we took the trade, why it was an aggressive TP, and what you can do to recognize it next time. So 4-hour candle, right? It closed. So the bullish candle closed. We basically tapped target. Remember earlier on in the stream when I was mentioning that this is very weird, right? Very strange. Why are we moving back above this zone here right now? It just doesn't make sense, right? So what happens? We ended up rejecting that area. And we ended up closing bullish on the 4-hour, but where did we close bullish? Right here, right below this overall range. Now, look, that's not to say that the 4-hour won't continue ripping up, because it very well can, but most likely it's not going to rip up until it makes a steep bottom wick, which is where we come into play, right? So we anticipate that steep bottom wick, and now we go look for more clues of it, right? So we drop down to the 1-hour. The 1-hour candle closed where? Right at resistance, right? If we look left, rejection here, resistance here. We remain below the range on the 1-hour. Random push up on the 1-hour, most likely, again, going to get a steep lower wick on that next candle, right? Especially if it didn't close above the range here, which it didn't. So now we go down to the 30-minute. And with all that in mind, we look at the 30-minute and we go, okay, resistance, 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 right? Closure below that level. So now that we say, okay, we got a closure below, keep in mind we don't have any bottom wick on that previous 30-minute candle. So most likely, if we're going to get a 4-hour lower wick, if we're going to get a 1-hour lower wick, if we're going to break the low on the 30, where will it come down to? Most likely this range right here to give that green candle a lower wick and also retest, right? Do a little retest of that range before coming back up there. So that's why we got aggressive on the partials there. 15-minute, we didn't get the closure that we were looking for below that, but I guess tying a little bit of experience in here and understanding everything about the 4-hour needing to make a low, and the 30-minute pushing up here, breaking its own low. Notice how the 30-minute popped up and broke the high one more time. Right, I'm not sure if you guys peeped that, but we had a high here. We came down. We never broke the low. We came back up. We broke the high, right? And that was very, very crucial. And now if we're breaking that high, why would we come down to break the low unless we actually truly wanted to drive down, right? So that's where the sell stop goes on the break of that low. It wasn't on the break of its own low. Keep that in mind. It was on the break of the previous 15 low. and then now you get that push down, literally right into 84. Right into 84, big rejection from 84. So that's the importance of knowing how to manage a trade, how to close partials, where to close partials, and why. And that's how you put it all together right there, from one time frame to another. Tie it in, get your bag, and just get the heck up out of here. Right? You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. So that's the trade. And now you keep a little runner in there. If you close 80% of your position, and then you just let it run. Cool. Yeah, I had a feeling it'd be a quick one. Any questions? Any questions? It did move fast. It did move fast. The rebreak of the low after is always the volume. Yes, very true. Very true. By the way, if you stayed out of that one, good job. Because if you don't, because there also is tied in experience there, right? So if you're not as experienced and that just doesn't, like if the overall, what I just said makes sense to you, but you couldn't really make sense of the entry for your own self, don't worry about that. You know what I mean? The 15 never closed below, right? So I would say you probably shouldn't have gotten in if you're a beginner here. You wait on that 30 closure, but as I explained, if you wait on this 30 closure, very high chance you missed that move today. And, that's fine too. There's always tomorrow, right? There's always the next session. So, yep. Jeff, good idea, man. Good idea. If you don't, because really the idea came from the 30-minute breaking its own low. And I know that's not that's more of like an experienced idea, more of a complicated idea that I just kind of developed over the years. But I'm sure the breakdown made sense. If it doesn't, if you have questions, let me know. So John.
Yeah.
8 seconds, $476. All right, Bobby. See you in London, brother. See you in London. Damn, those were some numbers. Those were some numbers. Ah. No drawdown either. Yeah, no drawdown on that one. That was good. That was nice. It's always nice, no drawdown. Was already up 400. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good job. Good job. Clip it. John, go enjoy your day, bro. Lewis. Johnny Gems. Johnny Gems on vacation. He don't need to be trading anyway, bro. Right?
It's time to enjoy the day.
W Monday. Yeah, we'll take it. So we bounced back off of a red day on Friday. I think we were talking about in the clubhouse too, like bet the house on the next trade because it's very rarely we take like 2 losses, 3 losses in a row. Yo, who remembers early on in the live stream, if we took 2 remember this, John? If we took 2 L's in a row, everyone was full margin on that next trade. Who remembers?
I know, bro.
Where the real ones at?
I remember. I remember that.
Yo, we legit played the probability just based off of that. Like, what's the probability we lose 3 trades in a row, and we would just full risk on it.
Seriously.
Oh, man. I still do that? Yo, you're a savage, Daniel. Oh, man. Wow, money partial TP area, boys. W. Let me just mark this trade up here.
Hey, great trade, man. Great trade.
Yeah, if you guys took that trade,
Mark it up.
hit the like button today. Give a little like. All right, man. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah,
For a
bouncing
Monday,
back
bro?
here off of
Yeah.
a little red day. So
That's
we'll
the
add-
move for a Monday.
Yeah, that's the move. I'm not touching this. I'm ending green here today.
Yeah.
We end in green. All we want to do today is get a little green splash back on the board. That's
Right.
it. A little green splash, and that's where you keep your profits. So a lot of people will be green now, but then they'll end this day red later. There's no point in doing that. No point. You got your bag. Time to move. That's what you show up to work to make money, right? You don't show up to work to hang out there and enjoy everyone's company. Like when you clock out, you don't hang out at work, do you? And just spend time with your employees because you want to be there and you love them so much, right? No, once that money counter stops counting, you're out of there, right?
Yeah.
You're gone. 5 o'clock leave, you're like 3:59. You're at that little punch out station thing. Do they still have that stuff, or I feel like 2025. There's no more like a
That's so
time
funny, bro.
thing, right? Just, it's probably like on an app or something now. But yeah, you don't stick around and just hang out, do you? You're gone. So that's what it's like to be here in the markets. You can hang out with us. You can easily just hit the lockout button, right? Just lock out, I don't know, whatever, all day and just chill. Just chill.
Easy, bro. Easy.
Do I think there's another short? Not based off the 15, but actually, let me see the 15. No, not off the 15 right now, but I would say if the 30 closes strong, then there might be another shot at that point, but you got to close strong here. Otherwise, this here, again, going back to we're not just trading a 30-minute time frame here, right? We're putting them all together. So keep in mind that the 1 hour and the 4 hour are still technically bullish here, right? So, that was the move for right now. At this point, this 4 hour candle now, after it made its low, can just pop, right? And we understand that. So that's why we don't get caught holding the bag on some of these counter trend trades, because we know the purpose, right? We know the purpose of the move. The purpose of the move is to develop the lower wick on the 4 hour candle, right? And if it does want to go down, great. But we're not going to allow that to get allow us to get greedy here, right? Because that was the move, right? In order to make that 4 hour bottom wick, that was the move that made the most sense on the 15-minute time frame, and that's why we closed it right there. Yep. So now any new sells, yeah, they could play out, but now we don't have that judgment anymore, right? We don't have the fact that the 4 hours still needs a lower wick. It's already got one, right? We don't. So now you just gotta wait. In my opinion, I think closures back above here are gonna be probably the best. Yeah, closures above 98 for buys, and then closures below here for sells will probably be best. Below 89. Yeah, so I wouldn't take a sell now unless it looks something like this. Bam. Now that's where more sells are ready to go. Not me, I'm clocking out. Clock it, clock it.
Seriously, though. Seriously.
All right, I'll be honest, I'd love to hang out with you guys all day, but I have extremely exciting things happening here today, so I think I've got to get a move on it. I've got to meet with someone here as well, and then I got to move on this day, my friends. Yeah, so my job is done. I hope I've impacted you, inspired you, or taught you in some way, shape, or form here today. I hope I helped you make some money, understand the markets a little bit better, and take a good trade here. Johnny Gems as well. We show up here every day, not because we really have to, because we want to, right? We want to share this information, this philosophy with others. We could easily just do this stuff on our own and be little hermit crabs, but we truly love and enjoy spending time with you guys and pouring into you and answering questions on the day-to-day, and we won't stop anytime soon. So I hope you guys had a great one. Johnny Gems, always
sir.
appreciative of your time, especially as you're on
sir.
quote-unquote vacation or whatever. Thanks for still continuing to show up and spend some time here when you don't have to.
Hell yeah, bro. Of course. Thank you, bro, for dropping gems and trades. Amazing trade, bro. Stay green here, chat. I'll catch you guys a little bit later. Nick, I'll talk to you later, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
get
Game
it,
time. All right, y'all.
Game
If you
time,
guys,
boy.
if you guys
Peace,
are not
peace.
in the clubhouse, join the clubhouse here. Don't wait another day. I mean, seriously, I'm trying to warn you. The bags are being filled, a lot of money being made, a lot of knowledge being, accessed, and just a lot of time spent together, right? So if you want to not only trade this session, but 3 other sessions with us every day, pop in the clubhouse. I'll see you in there. We'll be leveling up. Everyone else, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great day. Mod Squad, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. TK, I see you, brother. I see you. I'll see you guys back for Asian session. And the rest of you guys, I'll see you back here on YouTube mañana. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm out. Later, gang. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Blessings to you and your family. Keep your bag here today, and let's make some moves. Love y'all. Have a great day. Peace.
If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts. This little heaven off a big stack. So that Range Rover Deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get on my excuses on a diss track. I'll be walking where the truth is. Ain't no zigzag, no more. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low. Ayy.
Beat drop.
To see how hard it drop. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. I never stop, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop. Drop, just kill the beat. It's a whole song about humility. I stay clear where the ceilings see, cause I know that's where many other villains be. Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight, don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep it on the low dog. They say no, wait, now they saying oh wow. No more over, tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it drop. I never stop, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around and see how hard it drop. Okay, yeah. Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits, huh? Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is life, this is a killer. He'll try to trap your soul, I ain't talking Bryson Tiller. But really he's a dog standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go gorilla beat is from Elohim. Ain't no competition in my game, it's just me on me. And this composition ain't for fame, it's for G.O.G. Tell the devil go back where you came, cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how you finish. How you feel like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits.
Peace, G's. Peace.
I need peace, I need love, I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace, I need love, I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog, ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' ride forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom, why you simping, for real? Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking, hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision and you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull her to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turning signal on, so they see me coming. They still can't see me coming. Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and then you hear that click. Click, 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 click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit him like, whoa, man. Hey, make him do the uh-oh, man. Hey, how you just came up with whoa, man? Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ay, but